Happy Friday, everyone. I hope each and every one of you had a great weekday. I'm going to give everyone time to come in for F Them Kids Friday. And not in a bad way, but just it's about the adults tonight. Hello. I have one person in here. I had to call my son, make sure everything is all good while I'm live. He normally helps me. Let me see. I'd like to thank everyone who joined the live as well last night. I appreciate you coming in. For the people who couldn't join but wind up watching it later on, thanks for the support. I'm going to give it a little more time to see before I start talking. So far, we have one person in the room, and that is my Danielle Jones. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, Raw Truth and Uncut. Hey, ladies. How is everyone doing tonight? Did you guys have a great weekday? I did. Hey, Miss Miranda, the beautiful, lovely lady.
Hello, hello. Hey, you. Hey,
Hey,
chat.
sweetheart. Everybody said they had a laid back day. I didn't know you was live last night. Dang, I missed it. 7 people, Gemma. you you know what? I'ma ether you. That's so funny. I have 7 people in my chat. And guess what? I'm gonna entertain them 7 people, and even if it was one person.
Yep,
How about that?
they'll be in here.
No, and whether they came or not, guess what? Ashley Devon, Ashley self-esteem still gonna be high. Ashley gonna end her chat still winning. Ashley D is still going to give the 5, the 2, the 12, the 7, however many in my chat, the same performance as I would give 200. How
Yeah,
about that? I'd rather 5 woke people instead of 200 brain dead ones. How about that?
yeah.
I carry along. You probably across the street somewhere.
I wouldn't laugh because things can turn around at any given time.
No, that's
So,
that's the thing. I can entertain them with a little funny joke
jokes
because they
on
say,
them.
yeah, that doesn't matter to me.
Where's
I'm
your
a
page? Who's saying that?
Jim. I tell me I'm a weirdo.
Oh yeah, I'm a weirdo. I love being weird.
Yeah, I like being different.
I love it. I've been
Thank you
called
for
weird my
pointing that
whole
out.
life. Thanks for noticing.
Right.
I'm a
We're a weirdo, but
weirdo,
you
but
hide it
people
behind.
copy though.
Thank you. Are you from like on your side? Where are you from? Across the street? You got lost wandering over? And now
kind
it's
of.
15 people. Oh my God. Still a small crowd, right? Anyways, Danielle Jones said it's been a lazy day for me and I'm dog sitting. Aw. Yes.
She good dog sitting. They big dogs or little dogs.
Danielle, hey Danielle.
I just,
Thanks for
it's a
joining
little
the chat.
dog girl.
He
Hey,
said,
honey.
hey sweetheart, how are you?
I don't know what I'm doing, by the way. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, well, guess what? You are doing great. We see you. It is nice of you to join the chat for the first time. And we appreciate you coming up. You're doing good so far. Um, she said, are they little dogs or big dogs?
Well, I'm getting a lot of,
Static.
it's actually a little dog. It's a mini pin.
Aw.
A mini.
We love dogs. It's okay. Don't be shy. Let me see. Do you have another device that's on maybe that you can press mute? Can you hear me, Danielle?
I'm on my phone.
It's just your phone. Okay, maybe it's your headset. Take your headset out and just use your regular speakerphone.
Yeah. Is your Bluetooth hooked up?
Think she taking it out now, yep. And I'm gonna say this to Gemma or Jimmy, whatever your fake name is, cause you want my attention so bad. No one is a man. Let's clear that up. The only man is you. You are the man in the mirror. Why are you over here? Why are you worried about what's going on? You wandered and stumbled over to the wrong live, okay? Go back across the street or where you belong. Because everybody here has a high self-esteem, so nothing you say will hurt anyone. But anything you say, unfortunately, can and will be used against you in a roast session. So please carry along now. Come on now. You don't want these problems tonight. Come on, go on back across the street there.
I think Gemma a huge fan.
I
get
think
her
so.
daughter. I get her.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. It's we don't care today. It's that Friday. The kids is gone. We relaxing. She dogsing. Miranda just treated herself to a lovely dinner tonight. And I got snacks on deck and I got time. So get out of my chat. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put you on timeout for a little while. And then
Yeah.
I'm gonna have 13 people. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? 13 people in my chat that's actually listening to things that make sense instead of me dragging people or me having a pity party for myself or me crying about my problems or me dogging and dragging someone. What am I to do with myself? 13 people that only care. Boy, beat it. Bye. You out. Next.
Yeah.
Anyways, ladies. So what's going on with everybody? Everybody had a good weekday?
I had an excellent day.
Good.
It's been wonderful. Got those kids packed up and whew.
And finally have the house to yourself. And Danielle, Miranda always have activities going on with the kids. And when I tell you it's a everyday activity they be doing, I know they appreciate it. I'm like, what are you
Yeah.
doing now? Talking about getting themselves
Girl.
situated for movie night. I'm like, dang, they be over
Well,
there
I'm
having
gonna
a
say this. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna let you guys go because I had to learn how to use this before I can come back on because I'm still getting a lot of feedback. But
You
okay.
doing
yesterday
good.
I
We can
told you
see
that
you
you
and
were
hear
the
you.
daughter I had never that I never had,
Of course. Yep.
but
I,
I got 5 sons, girl,
Wow.
and they are all grown up. My
aw.
oldest son is on a plane somewhere, which is why I'm taking care of his dog right now. And
Aw.
I only open my door when I want to. I got 9 grandkids, and they keep me busy.
Aw. That definitely sounds like a blessing. And you look great, by the way, Grandma.
But
Yeah.
what
Grandma.
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the live. But Ashley, I love you, girl. You keep doing what
Love
you
you
do,
too. You my internet mom.
I
and
want to
I'm
know what
just
she
gonna
was
listen to
thinking
you guys for a
when she
while,
kept having
okay?
boys.
Okay, I know she had all boys.
Okay,
We want you to
baby.
come back up, Mom. Whenever you get a chance. I'm glad you popped in with us today. You'll get better, more familiar with it. We'll give it a little time, but at least you tried it for tonight. You know what I mean? We appreciate it. That was a big thing of you to
Yes,
come
I
up here.
will.
All right. Well, you just enjoy
Yes,
the
I
ride.
will. I had to try it when I saw you drop the link. I had to try at least this one time.
Aw. Well, we appreciate it. It was very nice talking to you. And try to enjoy yourself, you know?
And you also have to show me how to send you certain stuff because it's one little thing I wanted to send you. And that's kind of disturbing to me, but I didn't want to talk
Then
about it out
out loud.
loud.
Do you have an Instagram?
I do. I am on Instagram. What?
I'll get ready to drop my name in the chat. You can message it to me on there. You know how to do that, right?
Okay, I will.
Okay, I'm getting ready to drop it in the chat right now.
Yeah, I think I do.
You sound like me. That's how I am with technology with my son. I be
Good.
yelling from the other room.
Very
Get your
little
back.
do I know. I'm telling you. But ladies,
I want to know that question. What she was saying when she kept having boys.
Oh, she didn't hear you. Ask her again before she leaves.
I want to know her reaction on boy number
I just
one,
had five
number
boys. I
two,
don't
number,
know.
huh?
Like
I
how?
want to know.
What's the age difference?
Okay,
No,
let me
like
let
her
me try to tell
reaction
you
when they
before
was
I
like,
hang
it's a
up.
boy. Every time they
Oh
told her
yeah,
it's a
kept.
boy.
Oh,
Okay, I'm getting ready. I'm gonna tell you before I hang up.
Thank
okay.
you. Thank you. I
Boy
want to
number
know so
one.
bad.
Boy number one. I wanted a girl so bad. And there was this little Indian doctor that came into the room. And this is at the time, ain't no ultrasounds because my oldest son is 43.
Whoa. You look good to have a 43-year-old.
I know. I'm
Yes.
shocked. I'm sitting up here
So
Man,
like, wow.
black don't
he
crack
told
for
me I was having a
real.
boy.
Yeah.
Thank you, girl.
Yes. Your picture doesn't do you any justice in real life, seriously. So it's good you did come up here.
So then after that, let's see, the you honey bunny. Y'all so sweet. Quit making me blush.
We telling the
It's
truth.
the truth.
Yeah, but after that, I have how old is Xavier? Xavier is 39.
Wow. So he my
Okay,
age.
when they said boy, when they said, oh, it's a
And
boy.
then I had Darius, he's 36.
Her hearing is delayed from ours. You hear me?
No,
Uh,
I'm getting ready to give you the one that made me pass out on the table right now. The one that made me pass out on the table was when I went to get the ultrasound for this pregnancy, and the doctor told me I was having twins.
Ooh.
whoa.
So there go
Oh,
two more boys.
that's
Dang.
crazy.
I was depressed the whole pregnancy,
I
I
bet.
know.
And boys are
but
so much more
they
active.
all very handsome men, and I
And
couldn't keep
healthy,
the girls
yeah.
away.
Oh, I bet you couldn't. I bet you they
Wow.
all are mama's boys.
Do she got any granddaughters?
I have 9 grandchildren. Out of the 9, I have 3 granddaughters.
Okay.
Aw.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that go your girls.
yeah. So you know what it is now. You guys are catching my voice on time, but for some reason, I got
It's
my voice
delayed with
comes
us.
in later. So I'm gonna hang up, and we can.
See, it's delayed. We're gonna
Yeah.
figure when you Instagram with me, I'm gonna try to help you figure out what it is. So when you come back up, it won't be delayed. But make sure you that's my name on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Okay, baby. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right,
Okay, talk to you
bye.
soon. It
Thank
was
you for
nice seeing you,
sharing.
sweetheart.
Gotcha. Thank you, ladies.
You're very welcome. Talk to you later, Internet Mom. See you in the chat. She's so sweet.
Yeah.
But I was gonna ask, do any of you guys know the girl named Cynthia G? She's supposed to be a woman feminist advocating for black women. Her page was taken down. She's been up since 2015.
Dang.
Yes, but guess what she's been doing?
What?
She's been telling black women to get an abortion if you find out you're pregnant with a black man.
That's not no feminist movement.
That's what that's what she called herself. But it really was a black hating bashing group. And
That's why she got took down.
finally, yep. And I feel bad because it's someone losing an income, but that's the only reason why.
She did it to herself.
Yep.
You
And she
can't
had
do
time
that.
and time. And then guess what everybody found out when they opened the skeletons out of her closet? That she had a baby by a black dude that didn't want her.
That's usually why people turn angry
Mm-hmm.
towards because it's rejection, and they start projecting off on other people. That's nuts.
That's how it always goes. You are absolutely right. And she went in on Kevin Samuels so bad. And this is the thing, you guys.
He
As
was hurt
adults,
too.
yes, but as adults, this is what I want everybody in the chat to try to understand. And I work on this sometime too. I don't struggle with it much, but from time to time, my feelings can get hurt too. We have to be able to take constructive criticism from people that truly care about us.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this because a lot of people allow constructive criticism to hurt their feelings when it's coming from a genuine place, a place of care and concern.
That's
If
because they don't want to change.
no,
They
and how
like to
can you
stay
grow?
the same.
How can you grow and become better individuals? How can a dating expert be online telling you this and that, and you say you want a man that make $1 million or six figures, and you have this amount of baby daddies, and you have one job, or you overweight or whatever. You have to be realistic with yourself, and that's not bashing people that's overweight. That's being real. When you able to be real with yourself, you can accept constructive criticism in a positive way, and that
Yeah.
helps you become a better individual.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so important that we wake up, people, and we're able to take that in and accept it, because then we'll run through friends like crazy. We'll run through partners like crazy. We're going to be
Yep.
searching for that one person to validate our feelings. And guess
Yep.
what? If we're looking for validation for our feelings, it's not genuine. You
Mm-hmm.
don't yes men around you. You want people.
Eventually it'll wear off because people can
Absolutely.
only keep up a facade for so long.
Hmm. You want people that are genuinely real and honest with you, even sometimes, even if it'll hurt your feelings. If
Mm-hmm.
you have a girlfriend that's struggling back and forth in this relationship, or she sees this guy that's manipulating you and he doesn't truly like you, and she's probably done saw him out a couple times when she's been with her other friends at the bar or hanging out somewhere, or even saw him with a girl here and there, but she's afraid to approach you about it because she knows you're not going to leave him, or he's
Yeah.
going to lie and say that was his best friend, and just because you don't want to hear the truth, you rather hear a lie, or he
Mm-hmm.
might even turn on her.
Yeah.
So
That'd
that's
be
why
crazy.
it is.
I
And
don't never tell nobody to leave their partner.
mm-hmm.
I'll tell them like they deserve better. They can always get better because like people be acting up. They be acting up.
Yep.
That's why I'm single. You ain't finna act up with me.
Absolutely. And it's just the Cynthia G, her message, I can understand what she was trying to say, but she went too hard when it came to bashing our black men. And that's the problem that I have with society nowadays. It's okay to date someone outside of your race. Like I said, my brother in law is a full blown Indian, turban and all. But
Yeah.
that didn't mean my sister have to knock black men down to get there. She just so happened to fall in love with the Indian guy that treated
Yeah.
her well.
Yeah.
That don't mean she was dissing on her own people. Her dad is black. My family's black. Why would I? My son. That's
Yeah.
just in her logic, and she had a son. So it's like so many dudes came forward, and she was on Storm Monroe. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's another content creator that kind of blew up, within what, 3 years, 3 years ago or whatever. He was under Tasha K. And long story short, she went on his page channel 2 days ago, and she was saying what happened. And then
Mm-hmm.
she had put up another page, and YouTube took that one down. So she's just demonetized, period. They don't want her back up. And that's because when people was getting killed, police officers was killing black dudes. When white women, Becky's, was coming online, they was putting the black men out. She up there. That's what he get. Don't date no black man.
Wow.
All they offer you is trash bags, leave you motherless kids, single parents. Don't date a black man. Choose a white man. Black men not nothing. They are dusties. Like, she
That's
was really,
crazy.
yes, her own race.
That's crazy. And she got a black son.
She has a black son, and she has a channel that was over 250,000 subscribers. And these people are tuning into the way she thinks. And she's opening their brain to a one sided way of thinking. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
was talking about yesterday. We have to be careful what we put into our mind and what we
Yeah.
feed ourselves. We're taking that in.
Yeah.
This lady was corrupting so many women, having them thinking that the only race is good for them is a man from a different race. What if those kind of women couldn't get that kind of man? Or what if a black man would have loved them better? And they missing
Mm-hmm.
out on true love based off of her logic because she was hurt by a black man. Make it make sense.
I I just can't understand how
Hey,
people
boo.
can run through life being angry.
Me either,
Like
sis.
it takes so much time and energy to be angry about something that hurt you a while ago. And then when you
Facts.
finally release it, you like, I spent all that time being angry.
Over. Oh, sorry. Hey, Tara, how are you? Facts, Miranda. I feel the same way. Oh, she hung. Miranda?
Yeah, I'm here.
Must have hung up. Tara had came up. She said that, yeah, real quick, gotta watch the grand dog. I'll try to come back. Well, okay, sweetheart. It was nice talking to you. Thank you for coming up. We enjoyed
Yeah.
our little chat. Also, we know about the grand dogs. I'm an auntie of two dogs, and I'm proud. But like, oh, hey, Lisa Smith. Hey, sweetheart. Sorry we didn't connect earlier. I was on what Miranda was on. We was getting the boys out of the house, the girls getting them situated so we can have a free Friday. But
Yeah. That's Miss Lisa. Lisa.
yep, that's your
Okay.
Lisa.
Hey, Miss Lisa.
But I want to piggyback off of what you said. You said that people be so angry, so consumed with hurt and anger for so long. And then once you release it, you realize that it wasn't even that serious, or you was upset all this time for no reason.
Yeah.
And that's the way the world thinks. Everyone is so bent on getting revenge or being upset with this person that hurt your feelings, but you have to think of it from their perspective too. You may have been hurt by what they said, but what did you say to hurt them?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just always your feelings hurt. I hurt their feelings too.
Yeah.
And in offense to that, they defended themselves, and this is the way they responded off of me first. And then when people respond and stuff, you have to be able to let that stuff go. Life is tricky, and it's hard enough day to day that people struggle with silent battles, with depression, with grief, with mental illnesses,
Mm-hmm.
so many more different things. And for everyone to go around consuming themselves with so much hatred and anger and frustration and allowing it to build up, that can keep you stuck, isolated. That can depress
Yeah.
you alone.
Yeah.
That can play tricks on you. And you're so bent on revenge instead of allowing, if you feel like in your heart you was wronged by anybody, and this is to my crowd, to everyone, overall perspective. I want you to know that if God thinks that this person or these people on a job, your ex, whoever, friends hurt you, let God, he said, vengeance is his.
And he
Let
don't
God,
play for real. He do
he
not
doesn't.
play.
That's God's job to deal with that karma of those people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not you to seek out karma, not you to wake up with this person on your mind every day and you manifesting a new hate, a new anger, and a new hurt, and you want them, whatever, the worst thing done in the worst way. No, you have to let that go. And that's not for them, that's for yourself.
Oh man, I don't think people really understand what they mean by it's for yourself until they get to that level in life. It's just like forgiveness, because I struggled with that for a long time with, with my ex-husband. And I was going around, I'm gonna ask you this question too, because I was asking a lot of people this.
Okay.
It is forgiveness that you have to uh you forgive them, but you don't let them know you forgive them.
It
Like
depends.
that's what I wanted to know.
Okay. Sorry, was you done asking a question, baby? Or you want, is that
Uh,
it?
I asked several people that, like, what
Yeah.
what is really forgiveness for you? Do I
Okay.
gotta let him know that I forgive him, or could
It
I just forgive him in silence and take it to God and stuff like that?
Okay. The first thing I would say is forgiveness to me. I pray, and it's the honest truth. I'm upset, so I go through my motions of me being in my feelings for a day or two. But I time myself. I said, okay, it's gonna be things come up where it might bring those feelings back upset where I'm hurt, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
have certain people that I vent that to, but it goes no further. I'm not seeking out to get revenge on these people. That anger is not there anymore. Forgiveness to me is I'm getting out what I feel for those days or however in that moment. And then I pray to God that he takes away that pain away from me from these people wronging me. And when he does take away that pain, because that pain will drive you to a place of wanting to seek revenge for yourself, wanting to be so upset and hurt that
It
you
drives
can't.
you to depression.
Absolutely. And
I
Lisa
was in
said,
it
hey,
for a long
Miranda.
time.
Yep. And that's the reason why forgiveness can be two things. If you come from a household where your mother was a drug addict, okay, and your father was absent or whatever, vice versa. However, you came from a broken childhood and you grow up and your mother has changed or she just won't change. You realize, dang, this is just who she is. I still succeeded in life. Yes, I had a hard life. I might have stole when I was younger. I was stuck in the house, babysitting. Food was never here. I was the caregiver. But
Hmm.
now I see that my mom has a problem. But her being in this situation drove me to be an overachiever. I graduated from school. I made sure my siblings was good. I would not be the person I am in this moment had I not went through those traumatic experiences. So I have to forgive her. I can sit down and talk to her and forgive her. And she might even cry, or she could be the type of parent that's not empathetic, that might not care or understand that all these things she did hurt me. She thinking because she kept the lights on that she was a mom, but you wasn't here. There was never
Hmm.
no food here. So I have to forgive her because I'm still holding on to that pain, that resentment, that guilt, that anger. And it's going to drive me to continue to have rage towards this person. And I might not notice I'm intentionally doing it, but my whole behavior is going to be directed when one thing happens with this person, it's going to trigger me right back into that mindset. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pray that God removes that anger, that hurt, that frustration, all of that, that this person has done to me, come in my heart and give me peace about this situation and the clarity I need. So if I do come to her or anybody in your life, okay? You want to have a
Hmm.
sit down with this person. Now, this is the part where you want to make peace, right? You have to pray to God that when you do this person might not ever give you closure. They might not ever allow you to close that door. But
They
guess what?
sure ain't, because people is not gonna talk, especially those mothers that know they was wrong and absent. They is not
Absolutely.
gonna ever admit it. I know
Yep.
several of them.
Mm-hmm.
They would not be accountable because they still doing it. They
They are.
still living that same lifestyle. And the kids is messed up. They want them to be grandparents now at this point, and they still don't want to be grandparents.
Nope. Hey,
So
Deja.
it's so forgiveness is what I found out when I
Mm,
was stuck between a rock and a hard place.
mm.
Forgiveness, like they say, is not for the other person, it's for you. You have to constantly apologize to yourself
Yes.
for not knowing any better.
You're putting your mind in your own mental anguish, in your own prison,
Yeah.
because you're reliving all this trauma all over again. So the tricky part about forgiveness, you're not forgiving, like you said, for them. You're forgiving for yourself.
For
You're freeing
you,
yourself
because you block your
of these chains.
blessings.
Yes,
You
and you're
blocking your
chained.
blessings for real.
You're blocking your blessings and you're chaining yourself to this situation that happened from your childhood that was so traumatic. In your mind, you're still going back to that 11-year-old little girl, and now you're 45. So
Hmm.
now you've raised kids, or you're in the process of raising them. You have your own family, you have a job. You have to free yourself from that hell.
Yeah. You gotta constantly apologize to yourself. I know I do, for even allowing for staying long as I did. And it's like you really be beating yourself up, because life is really about you versus you. It really don't have anything to do with other people. Other
Absolutely.
people gonna be themselves, and some people never change. So
Oh, hold
you
on,
have to
Miranda.
change yourself in order to deal with them.
Yeah.
Either leave them alone, leave them where they be, because they not gonna stop. People
No.
only do what you allow them to do.
Hold on, but 1 second. I don't want to get too behind. Deidre said,
Yeah.
"Hey, Ashley in chat," and Evelyn Glover said, "Hello, Ashley and everyone on the panel." And she said,
Hello.
"Yep." And Danielle said, "Girl, I need to be on this conversation." Woo, child. Yeah, and
For
you,
real.
even if you can't come back up, my internet mom, you can type in the comment section and we can respond to that. But I'm glad that we are on this topic tonight. If you guys don't know, Miranda is, when it comes to certain things, she's definitely a counselor.
Yeah.
And
In real life.
and I like the fact that she still asks questions too. That's what I love about her. You
Yeah, because everybody have a different perception on
know.
how they learn and interpret things.
Yeah. And like she said, the forgiveness is for you. And it's so many things that, even, I'm gonna say this, like, my mom has forgiven my dad. Excuse me. And she didn't forgive him. I think she forgave him because she was over that situation. And she said, I would experience all that all over again just to have you and your sister. So if I never would have went with him, I never would have went through any of that, you and your sister wouldn't be here. You would have a different daddy, a different mind. You probably would have been boys. Who knows?
Yeah.
So everything in life, whether it was good, bad, or tragic, is something that came out of that.
You
And
got to
her
show
dad,
gratitude no matter what.
she forgave because not only she went through that with him, but she got past it because she allowed us as women. Now, you know what happened if you choose to have a relationship with your father from this point on, and he's reaching out, that's on you. When my son was older and he was old enough to have a relationship with his grandpa, I allowed that because he's every holiday, everything, this and that. Even if I don't deal with him now, he still has that relationship with my son. They have similarity things that they like boxing,
That's
so
awesome.
yeah, so I don't have to deal with him personally in order for my son to have that relationship. So it's
Yeah.
important, you guys, that we have to let go of certain things. And we're here now, we're alive, and we have to continue to go forward in our life. If we don't, we're still turning back old chapters in our book. How are we ever going to close that chapter and go to the next if we're continuing to read the same one over?
Yeah, hanging on to the past. You gotta let that stuff go, man.
And
It
it's
ain't worth
hard.
it. Life is really short, man. And only
Mhm.
time people realize that is when people die. You realize life is short.
Mhm.
Don't let someone die and then like, oh man, I wish I would have had more time. I wish I would have forgave them. Just forgive them on the inside and have speak with God about it. And you ain't got to necessarily let them know that you forgive them,
And
but because
sometimes
it is really gonna show the way you live your life.
that's what I was going to say too. Sometimes, even with the sit downs with people, you guys, when you pray to God, you have to pray that He gives you the strength to accept the answer that these people who are in denial of hurting you, excuse me, who are too high strung, too prideful to come to you and say, hey, I know you were hurt. Even people that know their children experienced something traumatic based off of them choosing a man over their child, when they know this man was sexually molesting them, but they turn in a blind eye. Or you knew that this man was jumping on your kids, but you
Mhm.
act like you didn't see it. So even when you try to check your mom about this now, and now that everything's all good, she's not with him anymore, and it's years later and she needs you, she looking at you crazy like, what do you mean, girl? That didn't happen to you. No, we both know it happened to me. I'm saying my piece and I forgive you, because now I'm turning it over to God. We can sit up here back and forth and play and argue and act like you new to this, like you didn't know what went on. But guess what? I forgive you. God's gonna judge you. And I'm gonna leave it at that. And
Yeah,
you have to be okay with that. Some people will never free you of that burden, of
they
that
sure
pain.
won't.
They will allow that to ride you just so they can get some type of gratitude or satisfaction.
Yeah.
Or
I've
in their mind,
counseled a
they're
lot of
justifying
people like that, Ash.
it.
Speaking of a whole lot of them, they like she will not admit that this happened. She gonna keep going on. I said, and you gonna keep on being angry, huh?
Yep.
What if she never admits it? You know it happened. She know it happened.
Thank you.
She ain't go. What if she never say, "I apologize. I'm sorry." What if she never says that? Are you gonna be angry for the rest of your life? You gonna do yourself like that? It
Hmm.
it don't. You gotta talk to people a certain type of way, like lay it all out on the table. Cause some people they don't get it until you talk aggressively to them like that.
Yep. And it's a hard one too. I'm gonna speak on this one. Okay. In a relationship, say you stick it out with your husband or your significant other, and he has cheated before in the past, right? But he's done everything he can to show you that he's a good man going forward. He's not cheating. There's nothing whatsoever to make you think he's cheating. Are you going to stay with him, but continue to frisk him, check him, cheat him out of genuinely the love that you could give him and the love that he can give you, because you want him to be tortured from something that happened 10 years ago? I feel like this about that. If I'm going to be with you and I know in my heart that you have changed, I'm not going to hold you hostage. I'm not going to stop you from loving me unconditionally the way you could, because in the back of my mind I'm still thinking about 10, 15 years ago. Or I'm putting a wall up from loving you unconditionally and genuinely because something that happened 10 years ago. You're going to be with them and forgive them, or you're going to let it go and move on. But
Yeah,
why be in a relationship with someone and have a wall up from
Yeah.
something that happened. You're torturing yourself. Like,
Yeah.
let it go if you can't move past that. If you're going to forgive, you have to forgive and go forward. And that one's tricky with a lot of people in relationships. They hold on to the things that happened so long ago, but they stay with that spouse. And you're
Mm-hmm.
only cheating yourself out of a genuine love and a happy relationship going forward. And you cheating them out of being loved genuinely, correctly, because you got this wall up. And that's
Yeah,
not fair
people
to
be
me to
hanging
talk
on
about.
to because it's comfortable, you know.
Or some people like to guilt trip their partners.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on, like, are you serious about boundaries? I believe every human being should have boundaries set in place for
Absolutely.
all relationships, friends,
Hmm.
mother, daughter, sister, sister, siblings, and relationship wise, friendship wise. And once somebody cross them lines and crosses boundaries, you got to stand on it, stand on what you mean, so they don't play with you again. Because once somebody cross the line with you and they get
Hmm.
away with that, they continue to do it.
Facts.
It's really, they really don't stop, because they like, oh, I got away with this, so let me keep going and going and going until you put the stop to it.
That's why, you guys, we have to stop going off of looks all the time and choose a better quality of a spouse. Of
Yeah.
course, you got to choose someone that you're attracted to, but don't let that be your overall goal. There's so many great men out here and women that are overlooked based off of the physical.
They got to be matching you spiritually.
Absolutely.
That's where it starts. That's
Hmm.
equally yoked spiritually. Either you're a higher spiritually, or either they are and they're coming along with you. But
Yep, they're
someone
willing to
who's
go for the
not
ride.
growing spiritually is, it's like a lose-lose situation, and it won't work out.
Facts.
So people be wasting each other's time. That's why I don't entertain certain people, because it's like you like spiritually dead. It's a lot of people out here like that.
And I do want to skip to this and then come back to that. That's why it's important when we see love, and especially in our community, we don't see very many African Americans marrying out of high school that's still together or graduating from college. A lot of in different communities, they marry right away. They marry young, they stick it out and they make it work. And when we see that love and it's there still, it should be celebrated. And we should continue to lift our kings up and make them feel good about themselves. That's why when it comes
Absolutely.
to my friend Kevin, I'm going to always be celebrating his accomplishments as a black man. It's hard
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah. They got two
And
strikes against them when they born.
absolutely.
Black and a male.
Absolutely. So it's just, I don't ever want it to be a women bashing group against our kings. Like, we have to, who's going to build them up? Who's going to love and protect them more than we are?
Hmm.
And that's us as a whole. I have a son.
Yeah.
I want my son to feel like he's a king and be treated that way, because he's going to treat his woman like a queen, period.
Hmm.
And that's how we have to raise our kids to feel good about themselves and lift themselves up. You want your kids to know that they are special. And it's the
Hmm.
difference between cocky, bougie, know it all. No, no, you're special. And that starts from the inside first.
Absolutely.
So, we have any
I
questions?
love a black man. I'll never be putting one down.
No.
They can piss me off and do all that. I just cut them off.
Yeah, and it's not, that's the sad part. That's why I wish I could pull that lady page up. It's not all black men. That's like a black man have an experience with one black woman, and they go to judging every woman. Now we all come from different households, raised by different people. We have our own mind, free thought, and they say, I'm gonna bash every black woman. They're all the same. And don't get me wrong, there are some content creators that are out here that tell black men to date a different race and
Yeah.
to each his own. But that doesn't mean judge every book by one person, one character. I'm going to write them all off. That's not fair.
No, it's not.
We have some beautiful, black, strong men out here that are all different color shades. That's what I love about black. We're all different colors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's hard sometimes when we're too hard on each other more than the other races. Like they will lift each other up. They will call Billy through the night and give him a chance to invest in his stock because he has a good feeling about it.
Yeah.
When the brother, on the other hand, they don't want to see you elevate. They don't want to pull you up. They want to always be at a higher level than what you are and keep you under them. And that's always been our problem as the black community. We never want to support one another, even at the black stores or the black restaurants.
That's because our customer service suck.
That too, but not we can't judge all of them based off of one. Hear
No.
me? Because then that's how would we ever have a chance to grow or they learn from customer experience because our people in the community would rather give money to the chinks instead of now that was racist to Chinese people. Lord, I didn't mean it, y'all. Sorry. To the Chinese people instead of their own African American salon right in their community that just opened up beauty supply.
Well, they got to look at the marketing strategy and stuff like that because
Yeah, I agree
sometimes
about all of that, but I'm saying it starts supporting it from somewhere. If they
and,
have
and
to,
just because this is another thing, just because I'm black, that don't mean I have to shop with black owners, black businesses. I would
well,
spend my hard-earned dollars
yeah, of course, but
with
I'm saying we don't support each other enough. That's my point, sis.
yeah,
I know all that, but I'm saying the bottom line is our people always try to keep one up on you. How are
yeah,
we ever gonna elevate each other and rise as a whole? If I
yeah.
gotta look down on you because I got a little something, no. Why
They
can't
think
I?
it's always a competition.
Yeah. Why can't I be creative enough to trust that me as a content creator, I bring something unique and different to where Pretty brings something different and I would never feel like, oh, my friend going outshine. No, I don't think like that. It's enough out here for us all to win. Subscribe. We all have different, unique, individual personalities. When God made one, He made more different. And that's how we all should have to think. Yes, it's a competitive field, but I refuse to compete with my own right hand, my own people. That's not how my mind works.
Yeah,
And don't get me wrong, I know how to put on a competitive hat and when it's time to compete. But if I feel like I have to compete with my friends or people I'm cool with, then to me, in the back of my mind, I would be kind of sketchy or conniving.
yeah.
I
They
couldn't be
think it.
confident in
They
myself
think
enough
that's
to
what it
know
is.
that, yeah, and it's the thing, you have to be confident in yourself enough and spiritually woke enough to know that God's going to have you where He is for right now until He's ready to promote you. So let the
Mm.
few people laugh about, just like someone came in my chat earlier about the 7 people in here, this and that. Yes, that's for right now.
I did not. Okay, so people when they first start out, they just start out with hundreds of viewers.
No, they don't, sis. I
I'm
promise
under,
they.
because that don't make sense.
And this is the thing. Like I said, I'd rather have 5 woke people in here instead of 200 people that's not listening to the messages or yes men. I like
Yeah,
when everybody has their own opinion and personality here, and we don't always have to agree.
yeah. I mean, they act like they started out with hundreds of people viewing. You got to crawl before you walk. It's gonna start out small, and eventually, it's gonna build.
When God is ready. Yeah.
Yeah,
And maybe it's something that I'm missing. that God is not ready for me to be where I need to be right now. So,
Yeah, just trust the process. You'll be fine.
and I know that, and that's what the thing is. Anybody out there that get frustrated or off track a little bit because people sometimes be in your ear telling you this idea not gonna work, or that don't sound so silly. Why don't you just do it the way such and such did it? It worked good for them that way. No, if you feel in your heart and you strongly believe in something that you have going on, you continue it to do it your way. You
Yeah.
listen to people because people do have great ideas, and it's
Hmm.
always nice to be open minded to listen to those. But if you
Yeah.
feel in your gut you're doing something right, continue to support that. Continue
You
to
got a
stand on
different
that.
path. Everybody got their own path, man.
Absolutely. And just
And
know
you
that
got to
God
follow your
will
own
invest in
stuff.
you. God will invest in you as long as you're investing in Him.
Yeah. So they can be quiet. You
Hmm.
got a whole different path.
And I just want them to know that that don't bother me.
And that's what people don't, that's what's wrong with people. They don't have faith. They
No, they
don't
don't.
believe.
Oh, Evelyn in the building tonight. You remember you did a full interview on Evelyn, and I was at Myers with my phone.
Who? Oh, that's Miss E.
Yeah, hey Miss E.
Hey, sweet, how y'all doing?
Oh, hey. You been
It's been
missing in action.
I've been missing y'all. This phone been acting up, but I happened to get it back right, and I said, and I came back and I hit on the like button, and I said, let me go, and then the notification came. I said, well, let me go back, and I said. I was enjoying the conversation. All of it was good. I was like the young lady when she said, "Woo, child."
Yep. She talking about Danielle Jones. I pin that comment. Cause we
Yes,
all
thinking
so
about when y'all talking about forgiveness, it's as we say, it's hard, but you got to do it because we remember what the Lord said. He said, if we don't forgive them, we can't get no forgiveness. And I want to get my prayer through.
Mhm.
Exactly.
That's what
They
Miranda was
don't
saying too.
realize, they don't realize not forgiving and holding hostage and vengeance and all the hatred inside you that blocks your blessings.
It does.
Hmm.
It is real life. It literally blocks anything that you're trying to do. And you become angry and you don't even understand why you're angry. It's because you're still mad at something that happened to you when you was a kid.
Yep. Facts.
That's what we really don't realize is that even though they be done us wrong, but we wind up toting the weight. We all weighted down and they going on living their lives, and we weighted down.
Yeah.
And once we forgive them, then the weight is lifted off of us. And that's when God said, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. So once we forgive them and go on, with what I went through with my children, Daddy, I forgave him and I done went on.
Yeah, you got to. Life is short.
It is. We here today, we might be gone the next second. Don't have to be the next hour. We could be the next second. So, it's just not no time. All this so undifficult stuff. Forgive, and like we say, we want to get our prayer through, and we want Him to forgive us.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. And Kevin said hello everybody in the chat.
What it do? Is
The
he
man
gonna
of the
come up? We
hour.
want to congratulate him.
Yep, the man of the hour.
Congratulations. Where my little hands? I got some little hands that be clapping.
Evelyn, Miranda, but she be so funny. I love when she do that though.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. It's just something. But it's just good to be able to talk and be honest and not
Not feel
about
judged
that
or
that can help, by helping people. This is what this is all about. This is supposed to have been helping the people to come out of different situations like DV. Nothing to be lying about, just to
thank you.
help some people need help now.
Thank you.
They see where the young man in New Orleans burned up his little children, stuff like people are going through mental illness. It's real.
It is absolutely.
And there's a
And
lot of people going through it.
It's absolutely real. And if you ain't strong enough, got a strong enough mind, you gonna crash and burn, boy.
that's why with the humble heart, and this is what I want to say. When people are going through stuff, if you don't humble yourself enough, God will. If I'm going through something,
And you don't
I
want him to humble you.
no, because it's worse. You have to change your mindset and your mind frame. How are you going through something, but you bent on revenge? Like, humble your heart enough so God can remove that away from you and your blessings can flow in abundantly. How can
Mm-hmm.
God want to help you, but you have this cold heart?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's so many things people done went through in life that we probably couldn't even imagine that they forgave people from. And guess what? They have amazing jobs, wonderful family. You learn from those mistakes, they blessings or lessons.
Yeah.
That's it.
Can you imagine giving this same what you just said? Can you imagine saying this over and over and over to the same person?
No.
And they still like still angry, still upset, and
Hmm.
going deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole. Could you imagine being with somebody like that?
No.
No, that is very that when you get a person like that, that is very demonic. Now that is a
That's who
very,
I was
very
married to one like that.
oh
Wow.
Yep.
Lord have mercy. I don't think I could. Oh Lord, I would have to. My goodness alive, you done said something.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like just watching them destroy his life. Like I've never seen nobody who really hate their life,
Wow.
but they out here. They out here. I've seen it. I see it now, right now. They catching what?
They're paying for the things that, this is a thing too. When you come against a chosen person from God and that person has done nothing to you and you continue to attack that person, you will send yourself through a anguish, a mental depressive state. Like you said, he's going through that because he messed with a chosen person from God. Sometimes you just sit back and you let God take care of that. You forgive for you. It's not for them, it's for you. So you have to be strong enough to say, okay, I'm releasing this hurt, this pain, this anger, this frustration. I'm letting it go. I'm freeing myself. You are not going to have me in this prison with you any longer. I'm doing this for me. And when you do that, you have to set it free and just
Hmm.
trust that God will deal with them when he's ready to deal with them. But you can't sit around, excuse me, you can't sit around and wait.
Yeah,
What do I look like sitting around with a timer waiting on God to take care of people that hurt me? No, I'm going to move on and celebrate my life.
yeah,
Celebrate the happy times with people who truly, genuinely care.
yeah. You know, you say it's either a lesson or a blessing, right?
Right.
When people come in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was a blessing, but it turned out to be a lesson. And my lesson, what I learned was because I'm like a helper, it's like
Mm-hmm.
I kept on trying to help him look at the brighter side of things when it just wasn't no help for him. Like he just was not going to do it. And I had to realize like it's not gonna work because it's certain people who get the message and it's certain people who don't. I've never had to keep saying the same thing over and over and over and constantly breathing life into you while you
Draining
suck
your
it,
life.
draining me. And the
Mm-hmm.
draining part is the demons. So his demons was transferring to me.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why when you anytime you feel drained while watching somebody or listening to somebody, you're internalizing their demons.
That's deep.
It really is. And I learned a lot being married to him. So that's why I say it wasn't like no mistake, because now I'm able to break things down and tell people exactly what it is.
Evelyn phone, I don't know if it keep cutting off.
Oh no.
Oh, here she come. But it's good that you're able to wake people up so they can be able to pay attention to these signs. Hey King, how you doing tonight?
Peace to you. How y'all?
We good.
Good, good.
Miranda, you here?
Huh?
You here?
Ah.
Uh-oh. Everybody blinking out. But we was just saying, we were speaking on forgiveness and things like that. What is your intake on that, Mr. Kevin? How do you feel about that?
Well, so I'll say this. I look at heaven and hell as a state of the mind. Hell being when you are in the mental anguish. That means that could be envy, jealousy, anger, unforgiveness, whatever the case may be. Heaven is that place of bliss where you're clear minded. You can focus on your creativity. You can love freely, and can flow with no cap. Um, when you think about, now let's just take, if you take hell from a eternal standpoint, where your soul goes when you die. We hear people say, "Well, man, you can go to hell for just not forgiving somebody." Like, even if they wronged you, if you going to heaven or hell is based on you forgiving somebody who slighted you, and that can seem like so foul, right? Especially if somebody really did something to you, right? You might have a right to be angry. Some of us have
Mhm.
really been traumatized by people, and to think that if you can't forgive them and find it in your heart to forgive them, you might burn for eternity, right?
Right.
I try to show people that that's a parable to teach you about mental anguish. Um, when you are angry with somebody and you won't let it go, the only person who's affected by that is the one who holds the anger. The person who you're thinking about does not even know that you're thinking about them, and yet you're the one that's angry. You're the one that's
Mhm.
hurting. So the forgiveness is literally for you. That your state of mind will not be pure until you let it go. And even though you deserve to be angry, you feel like the person did you wrong, you hate them, whatever the case may be. Um, I just want y'all to know, when you're on the other side of that and somebody's in a hell and they seem to be so angry at you and they can't get you out of their mind, that's their inner turmoil.
Yeah.
It sucks because you have to hear it. It sucks because you have to be on the receiving end of their inner turmoil, but they're in a hell, and
That's what
they'll
I
likely be angry. The more the universe or God blesses you, they'll be mad. So we don't think about the other side of God making your enemies your stepping stool or blessing you in front of your enemies. When that
that's what
happens,
I
it's
was
not
gonna
it's not
say,
like your
Mr. Kevin.
right. It's not like your enemies just go, okay, cool, he win, and I guess it's let's just walk away. No, they get even more angry and they try to do
Yeah.
even more to distract you and pull you away from where you've gotten to. So if you can manage to keep your mind clear and focus on your creativity, you're in a state of heaven. Whoever is angry with you, there's nothing you can do about that. So you just
Mm.
kind of got to treat them like God treats people once he sends them to hell. Once they separate from him, it's depart from me, I never knew you. Those people in hell are cursing God, angry that they're in hell.
Yeah.
God moves on. It is what it is. They had their opportunity. So when people like that have an opportunity to be in your life and now they're angry because they're not and they're acting like that, just let them have it.
Yeah.
I refuse to take on any anger, animosity towards any one of them. I realize something, that my energy is very powerful, and whether I give it to somebody in a pure way or in a negative way, they seem to get addicted to it. And no matter what, they just can't leave it alone.
That's
I'm serious.
true.
And it's one of those things where it's like I know they'll keep trying to somehow get my attention or get my energy, and I refuse.
Provoke
Like
you.
I said, I'm starving them out. That's why things have been going so well for me. When I'm
Yep.
focused, everything seems to go right. So it's like my goal is to stay focused for my family. I'm not being distracted for them. They can have it. Like you
Thank
guys
you.
always say, get somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what we was
They
just
can't
getting
they be
ready to
blocking
say.
your blessings and your manifestations. You can't entertain them. You cannot come down to their level.
You are celebrated right now. Your video is going viral. So many doors and amazing things are happening for you in this moment. Not that it hasn't in your past, but this is your moment now. And right when it's your thunder, that's when Satan steps in, or we'll say the jealous people want to come in and get you off your square. But like you said, no, nobody's getting your energy but your family and the projects and the things you working on. And even Miranda said, it's like once you let go of that one part that was draining you, watch your blessings come in. And as soon as that, true enough, everything start coming in for you. And it's wonderful for us to see that. It just motivates the people around to say, wow, this is really the way the universe works. The enemies will see you be promoted and upgraded in their face, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Absolutely. You're right. You're right. And I feel like I wouldn't be a good leader or a good teacher if I didn't, put my best foot forward. I said weeks ago that I was walking away from this and I was going to starve her and them out. I said weeks ago that
Yeah.
I'm letting whatever animosity I had go for Callie because I could see he's in a place of where he's not seeing clearly. I said that weeks ago. I'm not going to go back on that. I told y'all when you're dealing with an emotional terrorizer or a narcissist and you starving them out, you really have to do that. You can't go back and give them your energy. You're going to see them. They'll continue to spiral out because they really do need that fix. They
Yeah.
do. But you really have to just leave them to it, and they'll call you a narcissist, but a narcissist would never starve you out and just go their own way and ignore you. So
No, they
whenever
bother
they
you
keep
for the
making
rest
videos
of your
trying to get
life.
my attention, saying and doing the worst just to try and get my attention,
Hmm.
I mean the absolute worst. I think who posted my address last night. You
What?
know,
What?
yeah. So they posted my address last night, but it's one of those
Oh,
things where
That's crazy.
you have to get to a point to where no matter what they do, you won't give them any of your energy because they're looking for an excuse to continue on.
to
They, they
bash you.
they've been trying to get me to say something negative, and when I won't, they still try to make an excuse to keep doing it, which means they'll do it anyway. So
Hmm.
you're not gonna fix it by responding to them. You see, so it's like just leave them to it. I think the universe or God tests you. If you say you want something amazing in your life, it's like how badly do you want it? Because what you focus on expands. We can wake up every day and put our actions towards our goals, or we can put our actions towards people we don't like. And for me, I look at it. The moment I decide to say I want to say something to them or respond, I say, what do I really want though? I want my future to work out. I want my dreams to come true. So what you focus on expand, right? So
Yep.
focus on your dream. Don't focus on them because if you do, they will expand. It will expand. So just let them have it.
That's
Wow.
crazy. How do you have that much anger towards somebody? That's insane.
And
And
that's their inner turmoil. I can't even ask the question. It'll sit here and make me go crazy trying to figure out how they can have that much animosity for somebody that they don't even know. Now, Callie's been around me before, but people who haven't known me, I don't see how they can be so turned up about me like that. So I'm not trying to figure it out. I'm more so just saying, hey, what's my next goal? I literally wake up and just say, what's my next goal? I am not even. I promise y'all. And I think
we
that you
proud of
guys
you.
see it whenever you honestly are contract with the universe and you say, I'm making a deposit. I want to see something happen. When you for real and you don't give nothing but what you want in life, your energy, just I
Hmm.
promise you, look at what happens. But you have to focus on it and realize those people that's outside of you, they don't matter. Like for what reason? Like you got to think if you're focused on your craft and they're focused on you, yo, you're not the one with the problem, and ain't nothing you can do about them.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You're
all you can
growing
do is
and
just say, man, you know
elevated,
what?
and they still in a sunken place in their mind with some type of anger and animosity they built up personally towards you. And you're gone in a completely different direction. So, like you said, that's their personal problem. We have to set our mind to say, I can't change how you feel about me. If you feel this way about me, that's on you. You are entitled to feel how you feel. But for
Absolutely.
me, I'm not going to choose to entertain that.
Hmm.
Yeah. And when you keep your vibrations high, Kevin, and ignoring them, it goes right back to them. Whatever they sending out.
Uh huh.
That's how I get returned to sender when you don't even entertain it.
Well,
And we are
absolutely.
so proud of
That's why
you.
you see them get worse. What you're doing is you're seeing a child cut a tantrum. When
Yeah,
you don't respond, they say the worst stuff to you is because they want to make you mad. When they realize they don't, and they start wilding out even more. That's
Yeah,
them. That's actually them mad because they couldn't get you to respond.
yeah.
after
That's
they done
So
that's
poked
sad. They
you.
might
crazy.
as well just say, "I miss you. I miss you. Please come talk to me."
Yeah, I've never seen this in my life. Like I don't even
They
have the kind
poked
of
you.
energy to bother people like that. I would leave you alone real quick. You say, leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered. I mean, okay, fine. So
But that lets you know how powerful his energy is, whether it's a negative way he's responding or a positive way. Him giving them any type of action, energy, it doesn't matter as long as they're getting it. And like he's starving them out now, they don't know what to do. What's next? They went from talking about one of his friends to back down memory lane of these videos that this man takes hours to put together. So that lets you know you're winning and you continue to elevate. And we over here, we got you. We
yeah,
good
he definitely
behind him.
getting blessed in front of them, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So
And
it's obvious he's doing something right.
right, I do it. I do it solely to I create solely off of the off of the energy I want to put in the universe. I don't think about them. I don't wish bad on them or good on them. I mean, I swear to y'all, it's like they
We
never
already
existed.
know.
It's like they never existed. That's why I'm like, it's like I never knew you. You treat them like you never knew them.
Yeah.
And that way, whatever they doing never bothers them. If they can make a million videos, if that's their therapy, if that's what helped them get through, that's fine.
Kevin is funny and he don't even know it, Miranda. But he's dead serious and it's true.
That's
That's
what make it funny because they gonna keep on making them and talking while he's still
elevating.
elevating. He
Hmm.
took off like overnight, like pew, and they still talking.
And then they can't give him credit. And all I could think about is his beautiful wives and Lacey that's about to give birth and what I was feeling and thinking when I was pregnant. You want to create a stress free environment. That's why you work so hard.
Right.
And for people to put that pressure on somebody that's pregnant and take away from those happy special moments, you have to be an emotional terrorizer.
Yeah,
And now, like you said, it's time for you to detach, cut off. Okay, you don't have access to that part of my life no more. You're a fan now. You could continue to watch and watch me elevate and watch how the universe works in my favor. And maybe I can help you somewhere down the line when you get out of your emotions and you decide to move forward. This will be a lesson to you.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And
I look at it.
they mothers, they know what it's like to be pregnant. You don't stress no pregnant woman out, man.
No, not at all.
Well, you have
That's
to think like this:
disappointing.
when someone's that filled with hate, they actually want the worst. So they're not considering. They likely are considering everything that you guys are saying right now, but they're considering it with the idea that we want to terrorize. We know that this is
A
uh,
possibility.
right, and so they absolutely know what they're doing. This is why they said what they said, even when we first started having complications. That it don't matter, and something was going to happen to the baby, and all the things that they do and say. So you can they don't care, and they don't care about their own morals or actions either. So when I first saw this happening, even this time, I would sit here and talk with you guys about how immoral it is and how foul it is, but them people don't care. It's like it's almost like a waste of time.
It
It
is.
So it's
is.
just like that's why I said it's for me. I don't look for them to validate me. The one thing about truly becoming a man is you don't look for validation external to yourself. So when I see my videos and my work go absolutely viral and everybody's talking about it, that's my validation. Seeing my work had an impact.
That's
Yeah,
what
Um,
I'm talking about.
yeah.
whether or not they ever say I'm great or they ever say that I'm somebody or ever will be anybody,
It
I've
speaks
never
for
cared.
itself.
Yeah, because you got to think. I go way back. I've been out here for 6 years, and I've had people who followed me to the end of the earth, and always been compelled by my message. And they
Still
wanted to
with
convince me that I was a nobody and never would be. Why would I care what they had to say? I know that I've had more of it. I'll tell you this right here, Ashley. I have had more of an impact on this planet than anybody I know since I've been alive.
That's what I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about.
I'm not even kidding. Like I
Yeah.
swear to you, I've had more impact on this planet than anybody that I know. So there's nobody that can convince me that I'm a nobody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You see
That's
what I'm saying?
good.
It's not based on how much money I have. I know my thoughts that I
And
put
your
into the
work.
universe have forced people to change and think. And I don't know
Mhm.
anybody else who's done that to that degree. He's on multiple levels, a spiritual level, physical level, about if it's dealing with relationships, about manhood, whatever the case may be. I'm an
Definitely
excellent
can talk
teacher, and
about
people's
each
lives are made
subject.
better because of me. I don't
Mhm.
need them to tell me that. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
um, yeah, I promise you, I don't. It's one of those things where it's just like a man has to live in his creations. He has to understand that if nobody tells him that it's good, he has to rest assured knowing that he's done his work and fulfilled his purpose. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
People are gonna always talk or have something to say. You know, I
And your
definitely
legacy
appreciate
will
you
live
guys
on.
though. You guys warmed my heart with the love and the congratulations, the things y'all were giving me. I heard the live from yesterday. Man, it moved me to
Aw.
tears. Hearing you talk about your sister moved me to tears. Hearing a lot of you guys talk
Aw.
about your situations, man, it's power. All of us being where we are right now, it's powerful. The fact that we're able to, even be positive at all, at all. You said something, Ashley. You was like, you lose your only sibling. Like, how can you not fall apart? Man, that shit had me crying.
Yeah.
You right as hell, boy. And people who are evil to be outside of you judging you. Man, I couldn't imagine losing. I've lost a sibling, but she wasn't my only one. And still, I can't get right. And
Yeah.
the other lady
That's
was
a
talking
whole
to you
nother
saying that,
world, boy.
right.
Thank you,
And the other lady
Kevin.
was saying you may never get over it. And they're absolutely right. It'll be something that will pain you forever. You see
You
what I'm
just
saying? And you
learn to
know that
live
pain.
with it.
Yeah.
Right. So like some of the realest stuff is happening to you and you had to pick yourself up. So I think that when you go through the things that we've gone through, people like that,
Mhm.
they shouldn't have really much of an impact because we've gone through so much more and survived it. So they
Mhm.
really are just screaming at a giant. And if you remember that you are a giant or you're a child of God or God, however you want to look at it, you don't have to give anybody your attention that you don't want to. If you're truly made in God's image, if God don't want to speak back to you, God don't. You can ignore them. They're just talking to the clouds.
Mhm. I appreciate that, Kevin. And all of us have been on a difficult journey. You experienced the loss of a mom at such a young age, and for you to be able to have such an influence the way you do, like you turned your pain into something you was passionate about, and even when you leave this earth, you still leaving your mark, not only through your kids but your work and the positive things that you have done. And that's how I honor my sister. I feel like I want to change my pain into helping others. And I can't quite figure out the direction I want to go in, but it gives me strength daily the more I continue to go on. Like I stepped away from YouTube for a whole year, and when this happened with her, that was my only outlet. And to be judged and go through what I went through and still pick myself back up and keep going, and that's why I shout out Retta Beyond the Craft, because she texted me and she said, Ashley, I'm so proud of you. You've been through a lot. And like when you say it's you talking to a giant, somebody that's been through something, when you go through these things, in a moment you hurt, but you get over it because it's nothing you go through on this internet or anything else in life that you feel like can hurt you worse is the pain you already felt and you deal with daily that you might not even speak on.
Hmm.
So
Mm.
it's just a part of your testimony.
All
Absolutely.
this stuff is builds you and makes you even stronger. So
And it puts you in those leader positions for a reason to help others.
Absolutely.
yeah, because everybody definitely ain't strong at all.
And
You're
I
right.
appreciate having a support team the way I do, even if it's 5 or 10 people, or you guys coming on a panel and stuff like that. Mr. Kevin, a lot of people admire you. This story brought us all together, but it brought us together for a reason. And a lot of people look to your videos. People can say, oh, I do charity, I do this and I do that. Your work speaks for itself. There's always logic thinking behind your videos and meanings. And people need that. You're not just a father to your family, you father to other single men out there that grow up in single households without a father in the house. You're a big brother, you're a big uncle, you're all those things. And we appreciate you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I know it's a place of anger and hate to try and poke at somebody and say what they're not doing, and this type thing where it's like you're not in the community, you just talk type thing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, I know my mission and purpose, and I know the impact that I have on people. I have people who was going to unalive themselves who reached out to me, and they're still alive because of me. I had people who were going to end their spouse's life because they cheated on them, and they were so angry they called me because at that moment they didn't know what else to do. I talk about emotional intelligence all the time. How in your anger you can throw your life away, and I always tell men and women, if you feel like you're about to do something crazy, call me, reach out to me on Instagram. I will talk to you for free because I charge for that. But I'll be like, even if you have no money, I want to make sure that you get somebody to talk to. I don't go on live and broadcast that and record that and try to show that off. But the people who I've been there for, they know. And I'm telling you, it's in the hundreds.
That's what I was just about to say.
So
Your work is done privately, that you don't have to get recognition about. You don't have to
right.
expose, look what I do. No, I've saved lives, literally, saved lives, relationships, all those things. And that came from the heart. That isn't anything I have to advertise to say, this is who I am. No. So,
Absolutely. So it's like
I,
I'm worried about my mission, not somebody else approving of it, so to speak. You know what I mean? So the one thing that will be true is when they say I don't feed the hungry, I won't. I won't feed the hungry, like people who are starving for my energy in the way that they're starving for it. I will let them starve. So I will not ever feed them as they are the hungry ones wanting my energy, even if it's negative. They want me to be mad. I got a message to my phone that said, "Your mother is ugly and she burning in hell." Right? And they said your brother should have never posted that picture of her because she is ugly. And I saw the message and I just said, you want my feelings to be hurt. You really want me to feel bad.
mm-hmm.
It's like misery loves company. So for you to type that, you got to be in some fucked up place.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
and then I feel it's like a pity. It's not. I'm not even mad. It's more like, what place you have to be in your life to type that to somebody about their dead mama.
That's
Mm-hmm.
because they mama passed away. Whoever typed
Excuse me.
that, they mama gone.
Or
Because
they just
nobody's
evil.
mother who's still living would type something like that.
You'll be surprised, Miranda. People, mom, that still lit. People are evil, and they will say and
That's
do anything to
insane.
hurt you. They
And
want to hurt this
in their
man
mind,
so bad.
right, in their mind, they actually want that message to hurt you. So they're typing it with the intent that it ruins your day and fucks you up and gets you all fucked up. So it just shows like, I mean, how people can be. They cannot be happy. You got to understand, it's impossible to have that intent to hurt somebody and you be actually feeling good inside. You actually be in a happy place. You're in a hell. Your mental state is in total anguish because clearly, if you were happy, you wouldn't be doing that. So it's more like you need therapy. You need help.
That's
I-
true.
You see what I'm
You have
saying?
to
It's
be a
like
sick
so.
That's the
individual.
emotionalist person.
You have to be a sick individual
You got
to
to go to a dark
take somebody
space to
back.
even type something like
You
that.
you might already be there. That's the crazy part. You
That's
text
what I'm
somebody
saying. So it's
something
like, who
like
would you
that.
rather be in that situation? The person that is typing all that with that inner turmoil, all that anguish in them,
The
or you on
person
the receiving
receiving
end.
it.
I'd rather be the reader of it and be like, man, I ain't letting you bother me because they're still gonna sit there with all that anger. They
Yeah.
want you to respond, and it's just gonna be a message they sent that you deleted. That's all it's gonna ever be.
Mm-hmm.
So they did all that for nothing. You know what I mean? And typically, I don't even read them. I don't even read them normally. It started off talking about OB and Toya, and then it went into and your mama. So I'm like, what the hell? So like I said, when I saw it, I showed it to my wives. I screenshot it just in case, and I reported it or whatever. But it's like I'm not about to actually take that and be like, I'm mad. Like
Ruin your day.
for the people out here who think like that, who messaging me, that's not how you hurt me. I'm just letting y'all know my mind is too far advanced. I actually think about the person who wrote it and what they going through. I don't read it from as you think I'm going to read it and be hurt by it. My mind is it just don't work like that.
Facts.
So it's just that you wasting your time. All you're doing is telling on yourself. because I'm gonna cross-examine you when I read it. I'm actually not seeing. I'm not receiving anything you're saying. I'm only reading you. I mean, I promise you.
Facts.
People's projection onto you only tells you about them. So
Yeah.
don't even be offended by it. Just be like, oh, that's how they see me. That must mean something about them. I promise you. If you know you've done nothing for them to have that type of assessment of you, then you can't really be upset at what they're saying, right?
Or your mom. Think about this. Like the same thing with me. They say your sister was canceled. And it's like your mom didn't, she never even met these people. Your mom is still here spiritually. What did she do for them to say that about her? You have to be a sick individual to
Yeah.
direct it at this man's mom. And like you said, you right away, that's letting me know something off. You're not all the way wrapped tight to send this message and be okay with that and think, oh, I'm so mad and angry with this man who didn't do anything to me. I'm going to try to hit him where it hurts and talk about his deceased mom. And that's why it's so wonderful. You strong enough that you looked at it, took screenshot of it, deleted it. That's not who you are. That don't define how you look at your mom. Your mom is beautiful, and your mom is very proud of the strong kids that she raised to the strong men and daughter that you guys have became today. She could not be more proud. There's not very many women that passed away at a young age that can say, wow, my kids with the S have made it, and I am proud of them, and I know she's proud of you. So whoever said that, that is sent back to
She for
you.
sure proud of all of them. She for sure
Absolutely.
is.
You guys showed out. I know she's smiling, watching over all of you and the
Oh yeah.
accomplishments that you guys made.
Absolutely. My mother's beautiful and nobody can tell me different. So it's like
Fact.
it's one of those things where it's just like all I hear is that all I'm reading is that you mean. You just a mean person. It's not that what you're saying is true. So it's more like you need help. Because you gotta if you mean you walk around mad all the time, there's no way that you happy. And I'd rather be happy. I just would be.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
It
Only
takes
person
more time
somebody
out of the
said that
day.
about talked about my mom disability, and it was cancer, and his mom was passed away. That's why I said it got to be somebody mom who's not here to even go that route.
I get what you're saying. And sometimes it could be that way. And then it could be somebody that's just trying to hurt you, that's just an evil person. And they
Yeah.
so angry with you for what reason you'll never know. But like he said, the only thing you could do is allow them to have their own feelings and thoughts about you and continue to elevate. Wake up every day and see what it is that you can do to make your life better for you and your family. And let them just be in the crowd. They're fans. No matter how we want to look at it or not, the people that continue to drag you and speak about you, it's something about you they admire. And it must be your strength, King. They can say what they want to say, but apparently somebody wished their husband was treated like a king, or you wouldn't take that word so offensive, or somebody wished they had two wives as beautiful as yours. Like it's always something. The main things they attacked everyone, best believe those are the issues these people have with themselves personally that they're jealous of you about.
It's true. It's one of those things where when you listen, when I say I'm observing you as you're talking about me, and I'm not receiving it as any type of attack. I'm also learning about you. Consider the part where Callie said he looks at Dwight's text messages. I mean his comments to see if I comment and if Dwight comment back. And he said Dwight left me dry. Like Dwight didn't respond back to a comment I left him. Um, Now
Wow.
you have to now think about this. I think that person wants me to be on the receiving end of that and be like, man, he didn't respond back to my messages. What I'm actually thinking is you are sick because you're reading this man's comments, looking at my comments to see if he respond to my comment, and you grown like
He's strolling through looking for your comment, not to mention he's contradicted himself several times. He didn't respond to you, right, Mr. Kevin? But he said you stayed with the man for 3 to 4 years. So make it make sense. Why would he not respond to you but he allowed you to stay with him for 3 to 4 years, which that was proven wrong anyways. But I'm just saying, if y'all cool like that, you cool like that. Why would he
Right.
not respond to you? And why are you taking so much energy to look for this man's comment under this man's page who you don't talk to? I'm not going to spend my energy and time on people's page that I don't talk to. I'm sorry. That energy is
Right.
wasted. You can't get it back.
He
It's
ain't got
not,
nothing else to do.
oh, and for him to
Absolutely.
do that, he's jealous of you.
He
Right.
jealous
Well,
of their friendship. He jealous of everything about him.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's crazy because I didn't even know Callie for 3 years. So when Amore them said I lived with Dwight for or managed his house for 3 years, and he agreed to it, it blew my mind because I'm like, he knows way more than them about me. He was there, but he's like, if y'all say it's been 3 years, and it's been 3 years, but it was actually like 5 months I managed that man's house, two of which he was in LA. The other two is when COVID happened, and we were planting gardens, and I had Lacey and other women out there seeing me. My children were coming out there seeing me. I got my own place out there. I'm not living with Dwight in any sense of the word. That you living in his house? No, I lived in a house outside of his house on his property because I managed his house from the outside of it. I don't need to live in his house to manage it. He actually has a property solely for people who manage his house, and this is
Mm-hmm.
known.
Like a
But
guest
but
house,
they
right?
never
Yeah,
say I live
there's
with him.
called
So
house managers.
right, but it's these stories that they say. So it's like the one thing about looking at the text message, just like looking at the comments, is I probably have commented on Dwight's profile maybe 5 times, and it may be congratulations on winning a championship, congratulations on this milestone that you hit. You the GOAT basketball wise, stuff like that. I don't even go back to check and see if he responded or even saw it in the comments. I know a lot of these guys don't run their own pages, so I'm
That's what
doing
I'm
it to
about
show
to say.
love and support. But I'm not expecting him to say thanks, Kev. You see what
Right,
I'm
you have
saying?
his personal number too. You did it when you were on Facebook at that moment, probably, and you saw it pop up. Let me say congratulations. You didn't think
Right.
twice that, oh, let me check and see if he did it. You don't care because it was genuine in that moment. You commented, congratulated him, and then you moved on to whatever it was next on your agenda for the day. But here's Cauliflower checking the comments. He might as well want to admit he wants to be your personal assistant. That's what I feel like. Because he assists your life more than you.
Well, hey, he knew things I didn't know. I didn't. I mean, like I said, I wasn't watching to see if the man responded back to my comment or whatever. I got two wives over here. I'm not really checking back to see if he messaged me back. But he's like, he left that nigga on dry. Like, what are you
Oh.
saying?
We're not
Um,
trying to be laughing tonight, Mr. Kevin.
no, I'm just saying. And then the part where he said that, he said my ex told him my sex was garbage. The first thing I said was that's
Why
gay.
do he care?
Well,
It
the first thing I said was that's gay.
yeah,
That's gayer than you saying Dwight is, because
thank you.
why
Why do you
it's
want
gay,
to
it's
know
gay
what
of
my
her
sex was?
it's gay of her to tell him that my sex was garbage, and it's gay of him to listen. I mean,
Hmm.
Yeah. Why
I
you
I
Any
worried
real
swear
about
if
man
what
would have
another
said, I don't want
man
to hear
doing in
that.
his bedroom?
yeah, what was your response when you said my sex was garbage? Like, oh, for real? Like, tell me more. I
Your
would be
sex
like,
game?
yo, I'd be like, yo, that's y'all business. I don't want to. Like, that's crazy as a mother that you using your words and your breath to talk about that man's sex right now. Like, what do you want from
Uh-huh.
me? What are you expecting to get from this? Y'all
It
just sitting
seemed like
around
he
talking
keep
it out of
trying to
nowhere. He blurted it. His sex was garbage. Did you ask? Like, that is weird. So it's
he
like, I
keep
think,
trying to come up with stuff, but he keep hitting a roadblock.
I
right.
mean, make
Ain't
yourself
nothing
look
working.
crazier. A normal man that wasn't bi or whatever, he would have been like, man, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear about another man. But like you said, what did he say? Tell me more. How? Like, what, what was your response to that? And then for you to turn around and repeat it. And apparently it's not two garbage. You're maintaining two wives.
That's
Like,
some
so
women do.
beautiful wives.
Women talk like that, not men.
Yes. Yes.
That's what blew my mind, because I'm sitting here like, my sex was garbage. She told you? Yeah, damn. And you on
And
here telling,
maybe
her. So it's like now, so it's like it's three levels of gay.
No,
The-
but
the-
guess what, Mr. Kevin? Maybe your sex was garbage to her because maybe you only gave her a minute of your time. How about that? Maybe you felt like she was worth only a minute. You get what I'm saying? It's certain females that men probably want to put a little more time into, and certain females that's just quickie females. And I'm
yeah,
just being
well,
real.
I don't really, I don't mind if she thought my sex was garbage. That's fine. I mean, you know, um, no, nobody asked me what I thought of her sex, but I mean, I'm not gonna volunteer that information because I'm not gay. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gay. I don't go around telling
You're a
people what
real
other people's
man.
sex was like.
Exactly.
So
Right.
I think that the three levels of gay is her telling him. The next one was him hearing her, and then the next one and the worst one was him going on a panel and openly saying it and embarrassing himself. And I wish he would get over the anger because he's embarrassing himself.
He
Every
is.
time he gets up there, he says something that he should have no business saying or hearing in the first place.
He wasn't on
And
a panel saying that.
well, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. The thing about it is on the panel, he says I'm stalking him, but you're looking at
He
somebody's comment to see if they
delusional.
comment back to me, and I'm stalking you.
He still high from how
You
many years ago?
he says he don't talk about me, he don't think about me, but you kind of are discussing how my sex game is.
And he's commenting, he's looking for you responding under somebody's freaking pictures that he's not even cool with. And then he's saying you gave for handing him some fruit to come down from his high. Maybe he should have took the fruit. And we wouldn't be going through this right now. Like, come on, Callie, go wash your face with a towel and wake up, bro.
It's been 3 years since the whole
You
mirror
still going
incident.
after 3 years.
He hasn't laid eyes on me under 3 years, and he has all this anger. It's like, dude, you was
Wow.
mad about what you thought happened after 3 years. I spoke to you about it. I heard you say you saw it all in the mirror. Now that I understand that, I got no more arguments for you because I thought it was rooted in something. I thought you really thought some shit like I did something. I'm sitting here wondering like what I do. Yo,
Right.
you relieved me. You set me free. You said the mirror told you this. When you said that, bro, I ain't about to fucking argue with you. Believe the mirror. I'm not even kidding, yo. Like, you know how crazy that would be for me to argue back and forth with somebody who's saying they saw something in a mirror?
It would be
That's
very
not worth
crazy.
my time at all. And he's still trying to say, told you the mirror was really right. Dude, you've been heard
What?
the white was that way.
Right.
That you've been heard the white was that way. Them videos was out before you ever came to the house. So you seeing that in the mirror that comes from you already seeing those clips and already processing that in your mind. You
But
didn't receive no prophecy, bro. You only put together what you are pieces of things you already saw.
this is the thing. What do that have to do with you? How he is? You get what I'm saying? That's what I get
Right.
upset about. Why everybody is their own man. The white is a grown man. That has nothing to do with you. If that's your friend, you're gonna be his friend regardless. Now,
Yeah,
people,
even before hearing this, it's some women that he's dealt with, I don't find attractive. I didn't judge him for that. So why would I judge him for anybody that's in his bed? That's not my business. It's never been my
Yeah.
business. Never will be my business. If I
thank
judge
you.
Callie for the same reason, we wouldn't be friends. We got two totally different types. So I don't go around saying if you mess with somebody that I wouldn't mess with or do it with somebody I wouldn't do it with, I'm not your friend. If anything, I'm gonna tell you this. If anything, hearing him say that he was bi, it actually it moved me because in all honesty, y'all, I do have a little bit of homophobia. I don't have nothing against gay people or nothing like that, but there is a little bit of I guess a little bit of
I think
tension or
all
something like
straight
that to
men
be
do.
friends with a person who I would know is gay up front. If I knew he was gay up front, I probably wouldn't want to be around him or nothing. But
Yeah.
been his friend for all those years and him never showing me a single sign of it, nothing but the utmost respect. And now hearing it, it made me see that damn, gay people ain't who I even thought they were.
Yeah.
They only that way with people who are that way with them.
And they don't
Hmm.
come on to
To
everybody. They
everybody.
got to stop
Right.
thinking that.
You're
Like,
straight, so he not gonna be that way with
he
you.
wouldn't
You're his.
cross no lines like that.
Right.
Exactly. And that don't mean, like Miranda said, they look at everybody that way. He respects you and the friendship you guys have and the things you guys do that don't have anything to do with his sexual life.
Yeah, those separate things. What he do in his room and his personal life is his business. That ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. Like,
And that's so
Absolutely.
sad. And like you said, it's unfortunate when people do come out and think this the reason why they don't come out.
They
Because
can
of
say they
things.
can say what they want to say about my friend and clown him all they want to. That's my friend. That's my homeboy. He always will be. He ain't never
Thank
did
yeah,
nothing to me. I don't care what
thank you.
nobody say.
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. Typically, stuff like that would bother me. But with him specifically, man, he been my friend for so long. Man, I'd be crazy if I let some shit like that bother me. That's crazy.
yeah,
I know his soul. I know he a good person.
yeah,
And you
So
wouldn't
that
be a
they
real
can make all
friend.
the jokes they want to.
Yep.
Next time I'm
And
with him, I'm just gonna go live. I don't even care. I'm like, look, I'm sitting right here with him now. What? They can call me gay all they want to. That's my friend, yo.
thank
yeah,
I know I'm straight. I know I ain't never been with a dude, like the dude, touch the dude in no way. So I mean, again, who he sleep with ain't got nothing to do with me.
yeah,
thank
And I'm not gonna sit here and let them scare me away from my friend. They keep trying to act like you. Look at you. It's like they just don't want us to be friends. It's like,
No,
yo,
they
this is
don't
my
want you to
friend. It
have
ain't
a
changing shit.
successful
It's still my
friend.
friend.
they
It's still my
expect
homeboy.
everybody to abandon him.
Hmm.
Right. And it's
It's
not
like they
gonna happen.
trying to destroy him.
Yeah, it's never gonna
That's
happen.
what they want to isolate leaders and people that has a message. So you
Right.
will go through these things and everybody want to hold you accountable for the people you're around. See, look, I told you, that's my friend. That's a grown man. That's his life. I respect his life. If that's the way he chooses to live, and I'm not going to judge or look at him any different. Hold me accountable for my actions and the things that I do. That's what you judge me for. That's a grown man. I'm a grown man. And at the end of the day, that's still going to be my brother at the end of this, period.
Absolutely.
And that's
Absolutely.
everybody's problem. They so evil in this world. It's sad.
Yeah.
Like,
He just mad. They just mad because a lot of them are mad because Dwight has actually been a better friend to me than they have. And they hate that Dwight became my best friend. That's what they
mhm.
mad. They're so mad. So it's like they don't want us to be friends or whatever. So yeah, that's one of my best friends. It really is. He's always had my back.
You have a basketball player, a successful basketball player, that's a best friend. Everybody can't say that. So that's one thing Callie just can't get over, can't suck it up. He's fighting with the mirror still, 3 years later, because he wants the mirror to tell him you're this way so he can find a reason to publicly resent you, publicly show this hatred that he had for you. And I feel like if a person can hate you like this, just for no reason, for all these foolish reasons, it already was there. If you could turn on me in a drop of a hat and I didn't give you any valid reason, we didn't have a face to face discussion where I did anything to you, or you couldn't pick up the phone and call me, it already was there. You was just waiting for that pin to drop. And as soon as it dropped, that let you feel like you had the perfect opportunity to go in. He never liked you, Mr. Kevin. He always was jealous of you. And that's sad, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
And I
maybe.
never saw nobody be so upset with you and consumed to continue to make videos dragging this on. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's been one of the most bizarre things I ever saw in my life on how number one, not that he can do it, but how they play oblivious to it. It's like he said I'm still jumping on panels talking about him, talking badly about him. He's saying that I'm still making videos about him. I'm like, bro, no, I hadn't. You just want to make these videos. Just be honest. When I did that video from the car, Callie made like 3 videos. He since then deleted them, but he still has them. You can still find them on that Kevin Wesley Exposed page where the links are posted. He just has them private or unlisted, but they're still there. And then then he jumped on another platform talking about me. I heard the platform. I heard him when he was up there. He told them I was going to reach out to them and try to get up there and stop what he said and speak back. No, I'm not. I'm gonna let you do whatever you do. I told you that. I told him when it happened. I said, bro, from here on out, I'm gonna let you talk because I heard you. All this you saw in a mirror, bro. I'm not about to sit and argue with that. I'm just that's. Listen, man. Okay,
That's
so both
crazy.
of y'all can't be crazy. You know, both of y'all can't. You know, they say they don't know who a fool is when from the outside looking in. So
Mm-hmm.
this man is saying, I saw this in a mirror.
You rest
Okay,
your case.
I consider myself an intelligent person. What I look like arguing with somebody who's saying they saw something in a mirror? Like,
Yeah, That's a
your
lose-lose
argument itself
situation.
says that you crazy. So I'm not about to be over there talking to you.
You gonna look crazy arguing with somebody who's apparently not all the way there, trying to convince them otherwise. If this man say the mirror convinced him not to be your friend anymore, case closed.
Yeah.
Right. I could simply just say, man, well, when the mirror told me this about you. And I can make it up and say whatever I want to say the mirror told me and then act a fool about it with no proof of nothing. And now I got one on him, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
Do you really
I still,
believe that he believes that?
I do.
well,
Do
if I
he
don't think,
really
I don't,
believe that, or he just running with this
no, ain't
bogus
no, there's
narrative?
no way he don't believe that. That's no. I don't think. So here's what I would say. He doesn't try to embarrass himself. It just ends up being that way. He thinks I'm doing that to him, but he don't try to embarrass himself. He doesn't want to be embarrassed. He wants to be respected. He wants all of that. So he would not get out there and say something like I saw this in a mirror and try and act like that was he believes that. Like I know that. So I know he's not
Okay,
kidding.
so he really believe this.
Right. And that's why for me it's not a laughing matter. It sucks that because if I tell you this, if I could go back to that mirror, right? And right now, if I could go to Dwight's house and go to that mirror and see the real Callie in there, I would love him. I would give him a big hug and say, boy, I missed you. Because whoever this person is that got your body has been terrorizing me. Because that Callie that went in the bathroom that day was my friend.
Dang.
That person who came out, I don't know him. So it's like, I'm not going to sit here and keep
He
giving
did
that.
mirror magic.
Whatever that is, I'm not fucking with that.
Yeah,
Because
that's that
wherever
mirror
Callie
magic.
is, that ain't Callie. Callie's somewhere else. You know,
Kevin.
that's why I swear to you that ain't. I know it seemed like this person must have hated you all along. I'm telling you, that person didn't act like that. He would have died for me.
Dang. And
I
that
mean,
makes me
in
feel
fact, that day
bad.
before he went into that
His
bathroom, he was
soul
ready to fight for
gone,
me.
man.
That makes me feel bad, you guys. I wish that you two can.
The real Callie is
Watch it.
somewhere tied up somewhere in the fucking spirit realm. I swear, I ain't never seen nothing
Yeah,
like this happen in my life.
is
It's weird as
gone.
hell to me.
How can we get him back? Can we help him?
I don't know. That's why I said
He
he should
gotta
see a
help
shaman.
himself.
Where the real Callie is in a sunken place. I'm not lying to y'all. That ain't the motherfucker I grew up that I knew. That's not him. And I ain't saw him since that day. I'm not lying. I've been sitting here looking at. He keeps saying, "Who was that to walk me to the bathroom?" It's like, bro, that's because you don't know me no more. Because you're not the real Callie. Because I'm me, bro.
Dang.
Yeah.
Because that's the weirdest night of my life. I've never seen somebody switch up like that for so long and just
For 3 years.
like everything about me. It ain't so much of what he think I did to him. This man hates everything about me. This wasn't the old Callie. That Callie used to praise me.
Dang.
Callie used to sit up and make videos about how amazing I was. When I first met Callie, he had his children watching my videos because he said, I don't have the knowledge to teach my children in this way. So I'm gonna put him in front of this brother. He would put them in front of my videos and had them watching me for hours.
Dang.
Yeah.
Now look at him. That's not the same person. That's not the same person. So I refuse to sit here and fight fire with somebody that is completely lost. That's not him.
Yeah.
That's
like I said, if I
terrible.
saw the real Callie today, if I walked to look in that mirror and the real Callie was in there somewhere and started talking to me, I would not be mean to him. I would be like, bro, I gotta
Where you
find a way to
been?
get you out of there because I know where your real body is. And you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's like a movie, man. It's the
Yeah.
weirdest thing to me.
It's real life
It's
though.
like that
happens
movie
for
we
real.
saw with the hypnotizer.
People's soul be getting taken, possessed of by demons for real, man. Y'all need to understand this. They are not who we know them as. They be possessed as real life.
And what you saying, it hurts me for you because that's
Yeah.
deep. Y'all, that's your friend, and it's like you can't convince him otherwise. And for you to speak on here, and it's the second time
It's
you spoke on
heartbreaking.
this, I could tell, I hear it. You miss him. 3 years he's been gone. He
The
Yeah.
real
left.
Callie, I miss him. This person right here, that ain't Callie. Callie was my friend.
Yeah.
Dang, that's terrible.
He gotta
He
get
The,
his
the,
lost
re-
his
the
soul.
real
He
the
brother.
gotta
real
get
Callie,
his
the real
soul
Callie was
back.
one of the best friends I ever had. He was loyal. He was raw. He was one of those type of people who you got to calm down because he gonna fly off the handle. But he didn't do that to me. He did that on my behalf.
To protect you.
If somebody said my name and it was something that wasn't, if it wasn't nice, if it was anything off, Callie gonna go in on him. And so Callie was like a pit bull.
Yeah.
And he
He was
loved
like
me.
your
He loved
brother.
me to death, man. He would have done anything for me. You see what I'm saying? So I know that that's not that person. I know that's not that person because I don't see how. You got to think I've done nothing to him.
Yeah.
So this demon is saying it's because of what they saw in the mirror. But no, what happened in that mirror is whoever threatened that they snatch him into that mirror did it, and that's not
Yep.
Callie.
Yep.
It's
Me
just
us
And
I
mirror
said,
refuse to
magic
believe
is
that.
real too.
me us
I was
said, do
married
you
to
guys
somebody
think
like that.
he
That's
that
real.
way?
That's real life. That's how I know he. I know you telling the truth because I seen it with my own eyes.
You can see it and hear it. You can see it when you
You
look
can
at
see
it.
him, nothing there. And me us said, do you think he's that way because is he in this cult with Nasty Nate? I think it's bigger than that, me us. I think he's just
It's all
joining them to
spiritual.
bash Mr. Kevin because he's confused about what he saw. But this happened 3 years ago before everything transpired. So he lost himself from the mirror, and ever since then he has not been right. And at
He
one point in time,
sacrificed his soul.
And
that was
he
like
said
your
that
brother.
he said I looked soulless. He literally said I look soulless. And but see, it's crazy because he's the one who behaves
It's
like he is
him.
soulless
Yeah, it's
because
Hmm.
him.
he behaves like he's soulless. Because if you think about this, if I haven't done anything to him personally, and all you mad about is what you saw in the mirror, why have so much animosity for me as if I really did something to you?
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So for
Yeah.
years and years and years, you talk about my family. You talk about if me and my wife love each other. If I mean, you say I'm using Lacey. That it's just, dude. It's these are things,
Sexuality, everything.
sexuality. But it's like, here's the sad part: is that this demon doesn't care if their lies are easily exposed. So
Mm-mm.
like
They don't. They keep
Lacey
going.
knows that she's never had to take care of me. Lacey knows that I had money. She got to quit her job because of being with me. So it's
Hmm.
like when you say out loud, I'm manipulating Lacey for her money and Jamie's along for the ride. We know it's not true.
You can't be
Even the
arguing with
real
nobody
Callie know
like that,
that.
Kevin. What's
You
wrong
can't
with
convince
you?
Lacey that I'm using her for money.
And even
You,
the
you can't
real
convince
Callie
her that.
knows that. This demon don't care of the lies, but the real Callie knows that's not the truth. He would have defended that from 3 years ago if that was him and somebody said that. But
You
now this
literally
Callie
arguing
letting
with a
everybody
demon.
say whatever. And he just going along with it and adding on to it. That's what lets you know he's really checked out and he's not there.
Right.
It's a wrap, man. He sacrificed his soul, man. He ain't
Well,
getting it back.
I think that the real Callie, his mind maybe wasn't strong enough for that.
It wasn't.
And something happened when he looked in that mirror. And they say don't do that. They say don't look in the mirror. You can break your mind. And his
So he's
curiosity got
They
the
walking
say
best.
in
don't look in
trauma
the mirror. You can break yourself.
while you
Yeah,
doing that.
you could literally break your mind because you putting your mind in a state of, I mean, it's literally coming unglued. Everything you
That's the
think you
mirror
knew is going to
magic.
be
Yup.
challenged. And the psychosis or the hallucinations that you see, they feel more real than reality. They'll make you question life. People go there and they come back thinking that world is real over this one. They say this world is fake because of what they experienced on the other side. You see, so
Mm.
it's very, very, very powerful. So if your mind isn't equipped, and especially if you look in a mirror, that you can see your face don't look right. It doesn't. Everybody's face looks weird when you're on them because your eyes are not seeing straight.
Mm.
So if you look into a person's eyes from the outside, if you look at somebody's eyes on shrooms, their eyes are actually going from left to right real quick. They're vibrating. And so, like people, what you're seeing is the world look different to you. You can see colors you never saw before. And so, when you come back from it, you'll think that those colors actually are around you all the time. You just can only see them when you're on shrooms. So you start to believe
Wow.
in two separate realities or multiple. So and like I said, it can be really strong if your mind is not really equipped to stay strong and be the observer of what you see and just interpret what you're seeing versus thinking it's absolutely real. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
can't differentiate the two. Can't separate
Mhm.
from reality and fiction. That's crazy.
Right. So now I'm looking at it from more of a shamanic standpoint. If I'm a shaman and I'm listening to his story now, I was listening to it from a defensive standpoint because he's trying to accuse me of something. But
Right.
now that I'm listening to it, I'm like, okay, early on, he was already upset with the tattoo guy. So he was already having a negative experience where he felt like the tattoo guy had animosity with him. And people do go through that in shrooms where they get paranoid or a little antsy like that. So that happens. So but that is really based on your energy though. You know, so if Callie saw that guy come in the room and felt like that guy looked like something he projected onto him, and first there was this type of inner argument between him and the tattoo guy. So again, when he went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror, he's already being negative because he said a voice woke him up and said, "Where was I?" And it told him I could have been in a lake, drowning. You see what I'm saying?
Who, you?
So, yeah, he said that when he was high on shrooms and he was landing in his shroom high, he said a voice came to him and said, "You know Kevin missing, right?" Now I was in the bathroom, but what the thing I wish he understood is that whatever this voice is, it's not telling him the truth, because it says that I could have been in a lake dead. So now Callie's up yelling at everybody in the whole house saying, "Where is Kevin? Y'all better find my friend." And then I walk out of the bathroom. So it's like, as you can see, I was in the bathroom. At this point, you should calm down because you know I'm
Now
not
you
in a
know you
lake. And you know I
tripping.
He's
wasn't missing.
still stuck that you're in a lake somewhere.
Right. So he saw me and now he's mad at me for being missing when I'm telling you I was just in the bathroom. I was never missing.
So that should have let
It's like,
him know
Wow.
that he was tripping at that time, because
Mm,
now he
mm,
see
mm,
you wasn't
mm.
in a lake. So everything I see from this point on is kind of questionable.
right. And if he was in his normal state of mind, he would have immediately felt relief upon seeing me. He would have said, "Boy, whoo, boy, I was about to go off. I thought you was, boy," because he knows I'm there. So there's nothing really to fuss about because I'm right here. But
Yeah.
when his mind was altered, it was absolutely something to fuss about. Man, you could have been dead. Where was you? Why was you gone so long? And I'm sitting here like, bro, calm down. I'm right here in front of you. Calm down. And so he was already highly upset in his energy. So now when he goes to the bathroom and the bathroom's like, "Yo, who the fuck walked you to the bathroom?" And then the first time he was in the bathroom, whatever this thing was in the mirror threatened to snatch him into the mirror.
Oh,
And he said it showed him images of me and Dwight doing, he was vague, dark celebrity stuff. He said it wasn't nothing gay, but it was some kind of dark celebrity stuff that he said the mirror showed him that we were doing. But my thinking is, bro, the mirror don't show you stuff.
Yeah. He was hallucinating.
yeah, he
Right.
was.
So I think he
Real
looked into the future
bad.
and saw something. That's kind of like that. That's the narrative that he's peddling now, is that what he did see was something, in fact, that was real. It was just the mirror showing him something that maybe wasn't happening at that time, but he's saying that what he saw in the mirror is happening. I guess maybe he's saying I am on some dark celebrity shit, and I don't know. But I mean, my thing is,
That's
if it was
crazy.
just that, he could just keep it there. But saying I'm trash in bed and saying that Dwight didn't text me back and the 14-year-old girl thing, it's just when all this is put together, it's like, Kevin, this person's trying to destroy you in every way. They want your mind focused on them. They want you angry. They
That's
want
a
you to
whole
make videos and
demon.
focus on them. So it's like, don't give them what they want. Don't
Mhm.
say nothing mean to them or about them. That's why it's like, even now in talking about it, I'm talking to you guys about it from how I observe it. You see what I'm saying? But I have no animosity towards the guy. Like I just
Yeah.
wish that one day Callie could find his way back. And it makes me sad because what if the real Callie is somewhere held in some kind of damn limbo state, or
Yeah.
like, and somebody
Yeah.
really is occupying his body. It's maybe some shit in this world we don't really understand, but
Yeah.
I know he ain't never been the same since that night.
How long do it take to come down off of
A
that?
night or
Like,
two. Sometimes it can be like 24 hours, but 8 or 9 hours typically. If someone's mind isn't that strong, a couple of days sometimes it can be in your system and still kind of flow through you. But we're years in, and he's still talking about that. And he says my story never changed. It's like my story never changed about my hallucination. It don't make it true. So in my hallucination, guys, I literally had an enlightenment type of journey. I wasn't angry at anybody. In my hallucination, I was standing on the beach, and all my body parts began to fall down to the sand. And I started reaching for my body parts. The first thing I reached for was my face, and it crumbled right in my hands. And the more I'm reaching for my body parts, it's just turning into literally dust. And something said to me, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, trying to collect myself. And he said, "Who's trying to collect yourself?" And I paused, and I was just like, me.
Wow.
Like, so even though I couldn't, it was basically like everything is everything, right? I got this vision that we all were really encompassing, that whatever we're calling God is encompassing, it's including everything and everyone. And so I had a beautiful transition and epiphany to understand that we are all God.
Yeah,
And so like
that's true.
but he had a horrible one. So that's mine. That's my vision. That's what I had that day. And I tell it the same every time. It don't mean it really happened. I don't believe I really fell apart on a beach.
And Kevin,
That
key
was a
word, you
rebirth,
said
Kev.
try to
You got
collect
to interpret
yourself.
that.
You get it? You're
Right. You have to
collecting
interpret it. You have
yourself.
to observe it. You said what?
I said key word, trying to collect myself. And that's what
Right.
you've been doing from this point on. That's the key word. You've been collecting yourself. You've been
Hmm.
figuring out things for yourself. You've been on this spiritual journey. So in that day, that's what happened with you versus he had a bad day already from the tattoo guy. So his energy was already upset and hyped. So when he went into this, it only enticing that anger and that frustration. And then he was worried about finding you. And then he started questioning everything. So his high was just completely different from what you experienced. And it's unfortunate that his started off rocky, or he probably would have had a good experience.
No,
You're
that's who
definitely
he
right.
is. That's why he had that experience.
And it's important that you're in the right state of mind and you forgiving yourself too. So I always tell people if you're doing anything that you feel guilty about on yourself, you need to get that right before you do shrooms. So for me, I was completely single. I was looking for my relationship, my wives. I wasn't committed. I wasn't lying or cheating. Um, if he's doing those things, if he's got things going on in his life, angers with other people, different ties, stuff had
Yeah,
to be honest about, he's gonna feel guilty. And he looks in the mirror, he's gonna see a bad, negative person. Because you got to think about this. You go into the universe or God, and you asking for a level up. You're asking to be shown something about yourself to make yourself better, but you're actually not living right. So what
exactly.
God is gonna focus on your sin. God is not about to sit here and bless you when he should be telling you about how terrible your life is, because God would be more concerned with your sin.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you when you do those experiments and you trying to touch your higher self, if you haven't fixed things in this mortal realm, and you're not on the up and up with people in your immediate circle, yo, you're not about to get blessed. And
Sure ain't.
that part ain't my fault. And I can be so upset that I'm upset honestly that he did have a horrible experience, but yo, that ain't my fault.
No,
He
it's
led his
not.
own
I
life.
can't make the man have a good experience, man. I took him too.
You was tripping yourself.
So as much as he was under the weather and under the damn influence of mushrooms, I was too. We was together.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
ate it together. We was right there together. So they was inside of my body too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm seeing heaven. I'm seeing amazing things. You doing something else, bro. I didn't do that to you.
Right.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
And you can't control what it did to him. Like you said, we both experienced this, two brothers at the same time. We both agreed to this. We both was trying to enjoy ourselves, and then this happened to you. And now 3 years later, you taking it out on me. And I wonder, is he angry with everybody like that, Mr. Kevin? Do you think he upset with everybody, or you think this just you?
That day he was upset with everybody. It wasn't
I'm
just
saying,
me.
like
Now,
in life now, do you think he's just an angry person now, or it's just you?
I do. I do. I don't think there's any way that he's just mad at me. I think that he's probably I think he's probably hell in the home. I think he's probably snappy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he is.
I don't think he's happy. I mean,
Outburst. He's angry because he can't come back to himself. So he's gonna be angry, angry, and more angry because he sacrificed his soul for that life. Is gone.
So this my
He's
question:
soulless.
do he talk like that? Like he talk loud, okay, and then his voice get low. He said, "Because I was such and such." Do you understand what I'm saying? Did he always talk like that or no?
no, he wasn't so dramatic.
Um,
I call that melodramatic when someone has to
Yeah.
act out their emotions and try to turn up just to get you to feel it. Just say what you gotta say.
wow.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
so like
mm,
when he's on
mm.
yelling and doing kicking and screaming, I can see people walking by in his background. So his family's right inside the house hearing him act like that. So yeah, I don't think he's happy. And so I think that like that day, like I say, whenever I called his wife so she could talk to him and asked her to come and get him, he cussed her out and said that she was a part of it, part of the whole, I guess,
What?
sacrificing him thing. So he was mad at the world. I'm telling you, that's not the real Cali. And I wish somehow he could fight it and find that real version of himself and bring him back. Because he won't listen to me. He thinks everything I'm saying is to hurt him. But you got to think about this. He said that when he looked in the mirror, he saw his face turn into a devil.
That he said
So
that?
yeah,
Yes. Not
so
Kevin face, his face.
his face. So he's
Ooh.
saying whatever he saw in the mirror was true. Then think about this. And here's what he also said. He said he saw himself as a devil and me as a god. So look at him now. He goes around turning people against me.
It flashed right before his eyes. He already knew what it was.
Right. So look at what he's doing. He's playing the role of the devil because he goes and turns people away from me who were actually following my advice and my guidance. So
Lucifer.
like he's good at it too. And I don't know how he's able to do it, but whatever he says to these people, Tina Lampo, Neo X, and these other people that whatever he's saying to them, because I can go back and show you Tina Lampo taking pictures in my Beta Evolution and Born Winners
Let
gear and
everybody know, Kevin, who
posting it.
these
And,
people are. These people used to follow you for years, right?
yeah, so I don't know what he says to them, but hey, Lucifer in the Bible turned people away from God. And he said he saw himself as the devil. And these people knew what I was saying was inspiring them and helping them. And you hear him talk about me, they have nothing but good things to say about what I teach. But their view of me is heavily tainted because of things that he said. When I watched Neo X saying I was on Sinetta, agreeing with Sinetta, I don't know what Sinetta's been through. I was on Sinetta talking about what Callie was saying about me. This man said I touched a 14-year-old girl. I think that telling lies like that on people is completely egregious. And telling lies like that on people, you should be treated just like what you're saying they did, because what can happen to that person from you saying that is death, imprisonment, the worst. So you literally saying this about somebody who didn't do it. That's crazy. So what I was talking to Sinetta about was people just lying on you when you're a leader trying to do the righteous things in the community, but people just in the Black community will tear down these people so other people don't have a leader to look to because they buy into their foolishness, their lies. And now she thinks I was agreeing with something that Sinetta was doing, or I have no clue about what Sinetta was. I don't. The man asked me to come on a platform so he could learn more about me. He said, I'm starting a new YouTube channel, man. Will you come up so I can just ask some questions about yourself?
And that's what you're supposed to do as content creators, you guys. We collaborate. We're going to have people on a panel with us that have different point of views. But that's so they're guests. The point of that is so you could get an insight on this person. People might even ask for Mr. Kevin to come on this man panel. And that help him as well. He's a content creator. And he's helping somebody else, but that doesn't mean they think alike. That doesn't mean whatever this man engaged in outside of being a content creator, Mr. Kevin agree with that. No, he went on a panel. He defended himself against these accusations about him with the 14-year-old girl. Like, who wouldn't defend themselves against something like that?
Right. And here's the thing, too. They always keep saying that back when I was going viral, back when my name was big, my name is 10 times bigger than it was back then. I've done nothing but grow. My platform is 10 times bigger. So literally teaching about relationships and things, Ashley, has made my name so popular. I'm a household name when it comes to relationships and like conflict resolution. My books are selling amazing. I don't need to sign no deal with Sinetta or I don't need to get on Sinetta's platform. I have my own platforms. It's like to say I'm trying to jump on and join. It's like, dude, that's just made up. He has a platform. He asked me to do an interview with him because I'm known. People might want to know more about me. So he's like, let me interview Kevin Wesley. I can bring some people to my channel. I'm not thinking I need to get joined up with somebody. Like, that's crazy. Like, the videos and things that's going viral now that you guys were celebrating me for. I'm so elated at the impact and the success of my recent stuff, my recent endeavors and creations. But I've been going viral, and this is not a bragging thing. It's just the truth of it. So it's like to put me out there and say that, like I'm some struggling content creator or whatever. It's like, dude, it makes no sense. That's y'all's narrative to try and make me a nobody. You cannot make me a nobody. Even without the internet, I'm not a nobody.
Mm-hmm.
My whole life, I've had people that look up to me and want to hear what I have to say and saw me as wise. Once the first video I ever posted online, it went viral.
Wow.
It's because of what I'm saying. It's not because I'm getting lucky. I'm a powerful person. Man, listen, man, you can't make this up. And ain't nobody who ever came across my path who says, I've met 10 people like you, Kevin. I'm a rare person. I know that. So it's like you try to convince the world that I'm a nobody is just futile. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm
how
not
he
just a bunch
views
of big
himself.
words. He's
That's
just
So
a
how
bunch
you,
of big words. He just tricked y'all. No, bro. They know real when they see it. You just
thank
denying
you.
it.
yeah.
Mhm. He feels that way about himself. This the thing. He's trying to do what you've been doing for years. So he wants to attack you and take the few little followers that you had. But what he don't realize is when God in the universe has favor on you, you can take those people. Those wasn't Mr. Kevin people. But best believe he's gonna triple that. This is what? The fifth, sixth, seventh. How many times you done went viral? No, this just a rebirth. This just a restart all over again, like you reboost the phone all over again. I've been going viral, bro. This not new to me. It's new to you guys because you just coming on this story, but don't act like I haven't been popping. You're trying to pop off of me. That's why you're continuing to speak my name. My name has been a household name. Your name is attached to mine, Callie. When they pull you up based off of me, it's because you're beating me down. You're part of a hate group to bring somebody down you was cool with. And if you was a real man, and I'm not even gonna talk about the old one, the new one, you wouldn't be speaking on another man like that. Like what man drags
That's
another man
crazy.
down to pick themselves up?
I'll
Like
put it,
make it.
I'll ask y'all a question. Let's say since me and Callie hadn't been working together, let's say he was going around telling people that I work with that guy. You know, me and him used to do events together. We used to, counsel people together and help people with religion together, and do events together, film videos together. And he wasn't speaking negatively, but using it as a form of resume. Like, hey, I've worked with this guy. I filmed that video for him. I filmed that video for him. Wouldn't that do much better for him publicly than trying to set out to destroy me? And that like everything that he was that close to me, but just didn't see none of the stuff until the one day he got mad at me and wasn't around me no more. But now he sees all the stuff. It to me, it's like one makes you look crazy when the other shows that you were doing something great.
Mm-hmm.
What he learned from me is how to set up his own events, how to start his own shirt company, because those are things I was doing. And he looks at it all like it was a waste of his time. I'm like, bro, like you should be grateful.
You should be grateful, and not only the stuff that I taught you in a positive way, like you said, if you attach your name to me in a more positive way, maybe you would elevate more. But by you bringing this negativity, it's only bringing you down or keeping you where you are. You're not elevating talking about me in a negative way. It's not benefiting you anyway. If anything, the real people that's woke, Mr. Kevin, when he bring up your name, if they don't already know you and they research and they look at you and they watch one of your videos, they're gonna be like, oh man, he's just a hater. This dude crazy. Why is he speaking on this man? What he's saying makes a lot of sense. What Kelly's saying doesn't make any sense. So if anything, he's bringing more woke people to you by him speaking on you.
Right. And the kicker is this: if he's trying to say I'm guilty of being gay by association with Dwight, then he gay by association with me. If
Exactly.
I'm gay, Callie stayed in more Airbnbs and traveling across the world with me than Dwight ever could. Callie's been around me for hours and hours longer than Dwight.
It's just sad.
Exactly.
So for him to sit here and say,
Mm, 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 mm.
Dwight gay and Kevin gay, then the hell ain't we gay then too? Because you was around me all the time.
Exactly. That's why he don't understand what he be saying doesn't make sense. And it makes him look even more crazier the more he repeats it. Like to people that's woke, when we see it, even though we know something's wrong with him, it still makes him come off as a hater. Or it makes him seem very immature. Like he's not emotionally mature enough to get his point across without whining, being upset, or bringing you down. You can say what you feel about me, but you don't have to question my sexuality, talk about me in bed. Like, all of those things are just, that's crazy. That's corny. That's pointless. It has nothing to do with what you saw in the mirror, my sexual life, my sexual preference, none of that.
You're right. You know, when you're on a mission and people can see that about you, they really come alongside of you and try to help and offer whatever they can, especially when they can see that you're doing something right. And that's kind of like in the Bible when you see Jesus. People wanted to serve. They wanted to serve Jesus.
Yeah,
They
walk
wanted to go.
alongside
They
him.
wanted to go with him on his missions.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like that when they see somebody impactful. So I'm saying that to say that not just Dwight, but many different celebrities have reached out to me and flew me out, used me for encouragement, used my insight, and bought me stuff and gave me money. Many of them have. They've donated to me, all of that. Okay, so when I say I'm a celebrity life coach, I literally mean it. It's people with names as big as Dwight's who I know personally, who still talk to me to this day, who need me for insight. Well, I'm saying that to say this. I met Dwight and I counseled him for free. This man flew me out. I spent hours with him over the phone talking with him about religion at a time where he was really struggling with it, really struggling with not understanding certain things in the Bible. And he is still a Christian. I don't just take people from religion. I help them with their religion. It's not up to me whether or not they believe or not. I simply help clear up the misunderstandings they have with their own religion. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know religion better than most pastors. You see what I'm saying? I've studied multiple religions, so I help people with stuff like that. So he was grateful for that. He ended up buying me a car to support my mission. He knew I didn't have a car. I was struggling getting back and forth, and so he bought me a car. Well, this is a very, very wealthy man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could have done a whole lot more than that, but I was still grateful for what he
For
did
that.
for me. Now,
Mm-hmm.
now watch this. Callie, I met. I gave him my efforts for free, just like I did Dwight. I didn't ask for anything. He didn't give me a car for that. He gave me his life. That's all he had to give. That's all he could give me. He didn't have nothing. And he thinks I'm more grateful for a car that somebody gave me. I was more grateful for him giving of his own body, his own self. Now,
His
wherever
own
I went,
time.
Callie stopped his schedule to follow me wherever I went to film me. Like I said, he'd go out of his way to try to, attack anybody who harmed me with no care for what they was gonna do back to him. He literally was, he tried to protect me more than he would his own wife and kids. That's not even right, but that's what he was. That's how he treated me, like an armor bearer.
Wow.
So I valued that friendship. And like I said, and even the other people around me that act like they so mad, they came bearing gifts too. They knew I was struggling, and they came to help. And now off the flip side, it's turned into something else. But um, to me, it's one of those things where it's like he says, "Well, Dwight got him a car. That must mean that they were doing something." It's like, dude, you gave me your life. What was we doing?
Thank
You
you.
would have died for me. What was we doing?
Mm-hmm. You was protecting me like you was security.
Right.
So
He said I was scared of a dude in a bar one time. Not true. I noticed a dude was following us around, and I told you, bro, look, keep your eye on this man. He keep following us around. I was very weak getting out the hospital. So if I'm gonna be out with you, at least have my back. I'm telling you, this dude following us around. But I'm never feeling fear. I think tactically, hey, if this dude come back around us, when he looks away, we just gonna leave. That's what I told him. He was like, nah, I'm gonna go say something to him. So this is what I'm saying. He says I'm scared, but whether or not I was afraid, he puts these narratives to always try to make me look like less of a person. The fact is, he went out of his way to go up to that dude and confront him. He didn't know who that dude was, what he had on him, or what he was willing to do. This man got
exactly.
his own children. Why did you do that for me? Was I fucking you?
Exactly.
Like, come on, you did that shit because you loved me, bro. The same way Dwight loved me, the same way all these other people around me love me and value me.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got to sleep with nobody or nothing. Like, it's crazy to me. Women were giving me stuff. I wasn't sleeping with them. I was not sleeping with them. They still coming bearing gifts. They find me online. They're moved by what I say. Their life has changed because of something I said, and they want to help me. They're like, if this man is struggling, he did all that to help me. I want to offer him something. I want to help him. Now all of a sudden, you a bad guy for taking their money when you needed it. What you mean?
You needed that to get you where you are right now. God put those people in the universe or whoever in your life in that moment. You needed a car to complete your mission, and Dwight provided that for you. He felt like he had the money, he could do it. That's the least he felt like he could do. You did something to him when he needed you the most. That
Right.
didn't mean anything any less, any different. Callie sacrificed, like you said, his time, his life, possibly, all of that. Y'all wasn't sleeping around, y'all was just friends, loyalty. A good friend is hard to come across. And these people saw the leader in you and the positive things that you were doing. And sometimes people see our mission before we even see it. They saw that you were powerful and you needed this to get what you needed in that moment. And they were willing to provide and sacrifice that for you. And look where you are now.
And that's the thing. They'll admit I'm intelligent. They'll admit I'm good with words, but they will not admit that I was so powerful that I captivated them. Even though Callie is years older than me, he still looked up to me like a father figure. You understand? That's how impactful I was to him. If you were to snatch out of his brain everything I ever taught him, he wouldn't even know who he was today. He would not be on the stuff he's on today. He'd still be somewhere else doing whatever he was doing. I really, really helped him. I really took him under my wing, and I didn't charge him for nothing. He was my friend. I was genuine with him. So he knows I'm a true person, that somebody can hit me up for help, and through me helping them, they can become my best friend. He did. So just think about this. I met a really, really wealthy man, a man with over $100 million in the bank. And then I met a man who ain't got two pennies to rub together, and I treated them both the same.
Wow.
And he say, I switch up. I don't never switch up. I was calling him from a mansion, asking him to hang out with me.
You could have turned your back like I made it at this point.
Right. I'm inviting him to a mansion to hang out with me. What you mean? I never changed.
That's crazy.
I didn't get new. He stopped asking for money. You stop asking for money when you stop needing it. When you get a job, you don't keep asking for money. Dude, I hated asking for money. Who want to still ask for money? If somebody give you a job, man, and you're no longer in that place of survival mode, why are you going to keep asking for money?
Why are you going to keep taking from people when you don't need it? Apparently, you needed it in that moment. And I feel exactly how you feel about that. Oh, my gosh. It's a horrible feeling to need other people. But it's nice for those people to be there for you in that moment. And when you got on your feet, what was the point of you study taking from them? No,
Right.
I didn't change. I got better. I was
Right.
able to maintain now.
Right. There's a scripture in the Bible that says you're more blessed to be able to give than to receive. So when you it seems like somebody is blessed because they're getting something from somebody, but they're having to receive something. So that means that the person who can give them that is more blessed than they are. So you're more blessed to be the giver than the receiver. I was in a place of need. I didn't feel blessed in that moment. I felt cursed. I'm having to ask people for money, yo. I've never been in a state like that.
I know how you feel.
And I wouldn't ask if I wasn't giving of myself either. You see what I'm saying? So I'm giving of myself. I was online just like you guys do, to motivate and teach, and those people were being moved by it. So it's like, guys, give $2, give $1 or something. If you guys like what you're hearing and it's moving you, and you know I need the funds to survive, let's make a trade. You know, so
Getting
they were
something out of it.
Right. It's not a problem. Cash App the person that you support. They may not be monetized. You enjoying their content. If it's moving you and it's that powerful to you, and you know your life is better for it. If you can go, if you can pay for extra games on Angry Birds, if you can, get Jordans and do all this stuff, why wouldn't you bless people who you know is blessing you? I'm talking about that their content is literally giving you a better outlook on life. Why wouldn't you? To me, it made no sense. And they understood that. So that's why they came without me even knowing who they were, saying, I want to help. I want to give you this. So that's just imagine me and Dwight had a falling out, and all of a sudden he's like, I want the money for that car that I got you. Like, dude, you got that because I had already did something for you. I'd already helped you with religion. That was you saying, dude.
It was a fair trade.
It was like, there's really no way I can repay you for what you've done for me. I know you need a car. And it was like a surprise. Like when he showed me the car, I was like, dude, I didn't even have words, yo. It was like, I ain't nobody ever did nothing like that for me.
Aw. And you deserved it.
And like Callie was the first person I called too. I was like, bro, look at this, bro.
Dang.
And he knew it was because of the information and stuff like that with Dwight. He knew it wasn't no sexual stuff. So now he
No, he
tries to say
knows
that,
that
but it's like,
now. He just want to make sure it sound the way it is because of what's coming out. He know the real you.
right.
He just on his little situation, this little thing that he going through where he's tearing you down. But the old him knows the truth. And the people that knows you know that all of this that's going on, it's just BS. And it's sad, like I said, that we tear our leaders down. We are the main issue in our community. We don't support one another. Like you said, what's wrong with donating a couple dollars to people that you support? If you're getting something out of this, show your support like you do at church. Like you tipped the waitress. She did a good job. You know, people put hours and time and energy into doing certain things. Whether it's a business, it's online, if it's something helping you and it's moving you or resonating with you, that goes a long ways.
Listen, man. When I tell y'all that was my friend, man, I believed in the guy. I wanted the best for him. He was, like I said, he was raw. He definitely needed enlightenment and things like that. But I didn't see him like that. I saw him as somebody who was my friend. And there's things about him that, you know, I think if y'all knew it, y'all wouldn't see him as such a terrible person. That's why I take it easy. You know, like his children were left with him, abandoned by their mother, and just left. She just left them with Callie. So he raised his children on his own, motherless, because she didn't want to be there.
Kelly did.
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons that I gave him my mentorship, because I had so much respect for a man who would do that, because I didn't grow up with my father. So to see somebody, who said, "Hey, she left, but I'm not gonna," and that shit right there, it is powerful to me. And
It
so
moved you.
whether or not I agree with how he parents, I know that he loves his children. I know that he doing his best. You see what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah. So
But
you had
but
so much
never would I
respect.
be over here just sitting here talking shit about the guy. So he knows that I've been through things in my life too, and we all know that unless he's gonna say he's a gullible person who would just follow anybody and give anybody their life the way he gave me his, he got to admit that I was a powerful person and I was real and I was genuine. Otherwise, he got to say that he was gullible and he would have followed behind any old Mo and Joe who got good words. This man was right next to me and looked up to me as if I was an idol or icon. You can see about how angry he is that I didn't turn out to be who he thought I would be, that I'm not still talking about religion and going against religions and things. He really is upset. He believed in me. And so if he don't see me out doing what I set out to do, he sees me as betraying him, because he put a lot. It's one of those things where people put a lot into their leaders, and he don't see it from the standpoint is them people broke me, yo, turning on me and lying on me and saying I was scamming and stuff. I said, bump it, man. I'll find my own way. I'll help people in my own way. I don't want to galvanize people to go to try to do work no more because they turn on you. So I kept to myself. That wasn't my intention. My plan was to do everything I set out to do. But when somebody break your heart like that, you get traumatized. It deters you, man. You just change.
Absolutely.
But I get no grace for that. I get no understanding. Like, you was right there and saw these people record me, delete my page, and I ain't did nothing to them to deserve steal money, then try to say I'm a scammer. He was right there and stayed my friend because they was going over me with a fine tooth comb, trying to act like I was sending out shirts that was being ordered, that I wasn't running my business right. And so every
Wow.
complaint they sent me, I would show the screenshots and show it has been sent. Everything was correct. And so people was just lying. He stayed because he saw every bit of it was a fact. He even told me, he was like, "Bro, you backed all that shit up, bro. Damn, that's crazy." So it was like we stayed friends. So it's now he peddles I was a scammer and I took money. It's like, bro, you was right by my side. People gave him donations that he split with me. People would come to him and give him money for me, and I would say, just give me half of it, bro. You can keep the rest.
Dang, that's a real friend. That's so messed up. And you guys been through so much together. And this is what Latanya said in the comments to you, Kevin. Where'd it go? I'm sorry. She said, Kevin, you don't have to explain to people that evil because they don't know how good people can be to you. I took care of a lady and she gave me a car because I didn't have a car. She wasn't gay or me. And
Right.
that's what people do sometimes. You know, they bless people that they feel like deserve it. Or
Right.
they can't pay you back in some sort of way. So Callie sacrificed his life. It's an equal exchange. That's what friendship should be like. It shouldn't be
Absolutely.
take, you guys. And I feel bad, like even every time we talk about Callie and we go back, you don't have the same energy that this man has for you. And you feel
That's
bad
not
for him.
Callie. I'm not arguing with the devil. That's not Callie right there.
Mm.
I'm just telling y'all who Callie used to be. Maybe he can remember more about himself and who he used to be, and maybe can conjure that person up and get him back. Because whoever that person is, I'm not giving them no negative energy because that ain't Callie. That ain't, I don't know who that is. But whatever that energy is right there, that's not my friend right there. That person was never my friend, nor did they ever know me. That ain't Callie right there.
I wish he would contact you or you guys be able to talk about it off the screen. That's the problem that bothers me nowadays. Everybody use social media and they allow it to be their worst enemy. If I could go back in time or if anybody fall out with me, I would wish they would contact me first before it turns into something like this. And I'm just speaking overall, you guys, in general. We all are adults. We should be able to communicate with people that we cool with. If he felt some sort of way, he should have respected you, your business, and your platform enough not to bring it to social media. That's crazy. And whatever mirror magic or anything that went on with him, had he came to you, that being not only your friend, but you looked at him like a brother. You would have said, "We finna fix this, Callie. You haven't been right since." You would have sat down with his wife. She would have told you the things that he's doing in the house that he normally didn't used to do. And you guys would have went to see what was going on. And guess what? Mr. Dwight Howard probably would have freaking paid for it. Because it happened at his house, even though you could have paid for it. Get him the best person out there to get him back to the way he used to be, to fix it, reverse it, so he can be back normal. I know his mind is going crazy because it's not him. So it's so many things occupying his mind that possessing him, that causing him to think in this dark way, think of you in this dark sense. How you go from holding this man up close to like your God, praising him, acknowledging him, wanting to protect him, to turning around and acting like he's so dark and like you're evil and you're a villain. That's not normal. And if he does hear this, I wish he would be man enough to contact you to want to put his mind to rest and free himself from this. And I'm sure you will help him, whether you talk to him today or tomorrow. It's bigger than that, Callie. He want to get your mind back to yourself to free you from the mirror situation. Am I telling the truth, Kevin? Would you do that for him?
Um, no. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my
I'm so sorry,
gosh.
but this person, this person will never cross paths with me again. I would never ever. He would never come back within my orbit. Nor will I ever give him my
What
energy.
about
Too much has happened, but I do want the best for him. I do want him to heal. So, I if you asking me would I talk to him, no. But
no, not talk to him?
if he said, man, get me access to a shaman, I would give him a couple that I know. You know what I mean? But I would not sit and talk with this man ever again. I mean, it's one of those things where, like I said, it's I never knew you. That's how you have to be treated from here on out. He'll be somebody I remember with. I just want to remember the old Callie at this point. I wouldn't have the trust, the anything to move forward with him in any way. I'd be crazy. I'd be betraying my family and everything to even consider something like that. With all the things he said about them and everything, like that'd be crazy. Now that's not saying I don't forgive him because he don't take up any negative energy in my mind. I'm not angry at him. It's just not beneficial for me to deal with him simply because of who he is and what he's done. Sometimes you just got to make the moves that's best for you, even though you forgive the person. Something happened on your end? I guess so. And I can't even see any comments to chat back with you guys to know what y'all saying. Maybe I can see here. Hang on. Okay, Sonny's asking, did Ashley leave? Yeah, I'm gonna wait to see what's going on. Anybody have any questions for me? I'll try to talk with you guys until she can come back if you guys can hear me. I don't see any comments coming up. I'm gonna give it a few moments. If I don't see any comments, I'll get off here and I'll get back up here another time.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey, I'm sorry about that.
that's no problem. I was just trying to chat back and forth with them to see if they could hear me. Since you're back though, I'll talk with you. I thought it could have been that it dropped altogether.
Okay. Did you where did we leave off? I apologize. You said that they said they can hear. That's what I meant far as like the relationship and stuff. That's a wrap. That can never be, put back together. And to be honest, I think you guys are you did what you're supposed to do in that moment for each other, but sometimes the universe puts us in a different direction. We're not always meant to be in these people's lives that are in there for a moment to impact it. Some in good ways, some in bad ways, whether it elevates us or help us become who we are. They were there in that moment. And I'm just saying, far as he needs to be freed mentally. Something's not right. And I feel bad for his family. Like he's an emotional terrorizer to me when it comes to you.
No, you're absolutely right. And in that regard, I want him to be healthy. I want him back. I want him to recover. That'd be better for everybody because that's not the Cali I knew. Now I don't see how he is with his family outside of how he acts when it comes to me or whatever, but I know that when he on those lives talking about me and doing all of that, he's not with his family. He's not doing something that would benefit his life. I know whenever he's watching countless videos to try and clip them and weave them together and manipulate my words and clip you guys and clip me. And I know when he's doing all of that, that's not something that would actually help his life and what he really wants out of his life. And so what I would challenge him to do was truly like focus on his goals because I can't say this enough, and I swear to you, it's not arrogance, but it's. I just know that I know you cannot destroy me, brother. You're not gonna be able to. I'm not the person you paint me out to be, and that's a good thing that you can't destroy people with lies. It'll just be a video that'll get a few thousand views, a few hundred views. The people who are in your echo chamber that that enable you and say your words back to you and laugh at your gay jokes and gay innuendos and things like that. That'll be who likes the videos. That'll be who shares them. And I'm telling you that ain't gonna change your life. I'm telling you. So they'll want you to stay, man. They'll want you to stay on that because it's entertaining to them. But you got music, you got your own show, you got your own videos. It's like you call me a content creator, but man, you got a channel that say Chief Cali. People come to it and watch your videos that you take time out to create. You're a content creator and you put out more content than I do. So you stop saying I'm an internet person and really focus on the fact that you want to go viral also. You want your content to be heard also, and really put your energy into it and don't lie to the universe and act like you don't care about this. Be honest with the universe. You want this, bro. You do. So go after it with all your might. Teach. Do your events. Focus on what Cali is trying to do in this world. Don't ever forget your mission, bro. And you didn't come here to destroy me. You didn't come here to talk about me. You didn't come here to put all these hours and hours into me. I heard you say you was making another video. Make your next video. But after that video, bro, when you see that video does nothing to destroy me, say to yourself, man, maybe I can put this energy into me that all the hours I put into this video and nobody cares about it. Man, I'm just gonna fuck it, man. What more can I say about the guy? I'm about to just really go after my dreams, and that's when you'll see things happen for you. I promise you, they're not gonna happen as long as, because that's not your purpose. You didn't come here for that. Why would the universe reward you doing something you didn't come here to do?
Mm-hmm.
You're clearly distracted with me. My energy clearly is overwhelming to you. You really you got to find a way to get me out of your system.
Facts.
I've unglued myself, and for the other lady, I just simply don't know you at all. So you not it'd be crazy for me to give you my energy. She tries to paint the picture. I'm
Non-factor.
scared to say her name because of some lawsuit. Yo, if I ever get served, I will countersue the hell out of you. And you, I don't know who you think you fooling about the narrative that you paint. You can say it happened however you want to say it happened. We all know
Exactly.
you summoned the hell out of me. You said everything you could say about my child. You posted pictures of him. You don't think I got
Mhm.
all that stuff? Man, I wish they would. I need to go pick it up. I need to go get the damn serve thing so we can make it happen. I ain't running from none of that. And the other lady who sent the cease and desist, I don't give a damn about that. You on a panel talking about me.
Still every day, once a week.
The other girl got a page talking about me all the time. Like, you gonna send me a cease and desist? Oh, that just all that says to me is I can take. I'll dish it out, but I can't take it. I want to talk about you, but I don't want you to talk about me. That's all that says to me.
Yep.
You can lie all you want about how it happened. I don't care. Tell them it happened however you want to tell them it happened. I don't care. Because all they want to do is try to do some silly stuff. It's childish. So I do better when I focus my energy into stuff that makes sense. You see what I'm
And
saying?
that's a leader. That right there is what a leader does, you guys. You do not have to respond. Everything does not need your reaction. He's putting his time into things that are meaningful, helpful, motivational, things that are elevating him in the direction he's going, him low on their level, low vibrational level, him continuing going back and forth with them. What is that benefiting him and his family? Sitting hours at home, let me see what I can say. He said everything that he needed to say to them. How many times can you repeat the same thing over and over again with someone? Why waste your energy and your time in a whole day, 24 hours in a day, arguing with non-factors? Let them continue to vibrate at the low level they are while they sit back and be your biggest fans, because that's what they really are. They really should just come out and say they love you, or get a shirt say we support you, Kevin, because that's what it seems like. They might as well try to sell some of your merch, because if somebody is on your mind like that all the time and it's not a valid reason, it's something about you that they got a love, or something about themselves that's not in them that irritates their spirit because they see it in you.
One of the things that I know Amora sees in me is that I was a great friend to Callie. This man met me online. He saw my video and was compelled to reach out to me, show up at my events, asking if I needed his services. I became friends with him. I put him on my platform. I shared him with the world. People know about him because they know about me. This is what I did. He was seen with me. Now, she rides as hard for Brianna as Callie rode for me. However, Brianna has never, ever once said her name publicly. She's never once said, Amora's my friend, and I thank her. And I can understand how that might feel to her, that she goes all out and Brianna does not praise
She'll
her in any
acknowledge
way.
a hate group over her, Kevin, not trying to overtalk you. She would acknowledge those hate groups over her and say her last.
Right. And
And
that's
that's not
that's
cool.
crazy.
Amora deserves more to that, because just being realistic, Amora, you the only one over here on YouTube holding it down in her defense. Now carry on. I'm sorry, Mr. Kevin. What was you saying?
No, you're absolutely right. And so I know she sees that me and Callie was at events. We was on cameras together. We was really friends. But whatever she has with Brianna is not that. I certainly have never seen Brianna talk about her or post her or put more on her page and promote her platform or nothing like that. She's never brought more up on her live and said, tell everybody about your platform and where to follow it. I've never seen it. Me and Callie went live together every week. I did videos on Callie's page. We would sit down and do hours of work together, hours. Ain't no way, ain't nothing about fake he can call me. He knows that what we did takes time and work, and them donations that never equaled the amount of work we was putting back into them. They could not outgive us because we gave them hours and hours and hours of time. And to very, we traveled the world and got very little donations that can cover stuff right back. He know what we did. He just, for some reason, whatever entity has taken place in him has caused them to forget that, and they got that somewhere else. He just needs to really sit and think about that shit. Me and Callie put hours and hours into this community, and it got very little back. So he can tell you that. The videos, like I said, some people will come to him and say, I just want to give y'all this donation or whatever, and it's for you and him. And I say, keep the whole thing. Or he'll say, Kevin, somebody wanted to send you this donation. I say, Callie, just send me half of it, and I let him keep the rest. You know what I'm saying? So because that's honest for him to come and say somebody gave me this to give to you. So I'd say, man, you keep half of it. Then don't worry about it. You know, so
They never been to court. Latoya said, has Kevin and Nasty Nate, Kevin and Amora has never been to court. He has not received anything. We have absolutely no clue what she's
the stuff
talking
tell you
about.
online what's going on, so you can keep it up. Ain't nobody ever. She said, I'm saying somebody's never served me when they did. No, they didn't, and I'm not worried about it. Woman, I'm not worried. Why would I worry about it?
What have you done wrong?
What courtroom would say that I'm doing any of that to you? I mean, man, look, if anything, they say, well, he did it to you because you did it to him, and both of y'all did it. So, because they're not gonna say you're not doing it. You've done enough. You still doing it. You think you can? You think you can convince them otherwise? Come, you got it. Y'all really think I would be worried about something like that?
You shouldn't be, not at all. No.
I told that woman I wasn't speaking to her no more weeks before she even put that thing up there talking about she served me. And now she's saying I don't speak to her because of that. I don't speak because I told you I wasn't. I'm not giving you my energy. I'm not responding to you hate for hate. You good. The moment you start talking about my mama, you was done.
Mm-hmm.
You got
You've been
it.
below the belt. When you speaking on somebody deceased loved one because that's your only comeback, keep it on me.
I know I brought a knife to a gunfight because I refused to go there. That's what shows my value. Is that I could talk about your mom too. I could do that evil stuff, but what shows my class and my value is I wouldn't. I just walked away.
Yeah.
I cannot do that. I would never disrespect your ancestors ever. That's too much. So to me, when I realize a person has probably gone through a really horrible life, so they're not going to see the world the way I see it, I don't got no ridicule for them. They're not somebody who should even be on my radar.
Yep. Facts.
It's honestly like a king arguing with a peasant. What for what? Why are you trying to tell them table manners? They are starving. They just gonna eat it with both hands. They don't care. They didn't grow up with dignity, and that wasn't instilled into them. So you can't. You're not gonna be able to put boundaries on them with your morals. They don't give a fuck. So
It's not going to
you
get
can
through.
sit here and try to say whatever you want to try and make them stop. You can say you're wrong. I can't believe you would do this and say that. They don't care. So when you realize that, and you say they'll say and do the most, like when you realize they'll do that, like you got to
walk away.
She knows that's your dead mama up there on that screen. She knows that, and she saw my brother say, "Take that down." And she's, "I'll fuck you and him too." She saw that up there. She knows what she's doing. Yo,
wait, I didn't know, Kevin. She put your mama up there.
Yeah, she put my mother up on the screen.
Oh my God.
So to me, it's like if you do something like that, if you entertain that, man, you're gonna end up losing your freedom, because the most you would know how to deal with that is to become violent, because you don't have words back that you feel like could be adequate to really to clear up because it ain't gonna clear your frustration. You can't cuss them out enough to get that anger off your chest. Like when you cussing somebody else, supposed to at least make you feel better. But ain't nothing I can say to her
You
to
can't
make it
find
fair
any
what
word
you
for
just
that.
did. Right. So it's like, yo, I'd just rather let you have it. You got it.
And people like that are waiting
you
for
can't
a
win it.
reaction from you. They want to see you react. They poke you, poke you, poke you. And then when you react, and this is the thing, I think me and you have this in common in a sense. We don't be so quick to respond because we know our response will blow your mind. Our response is sharper than yours, quicker than yours. Our words will hurt you. So I sit back before I react. And when it builds up and then it finally happens, it's like it blows your mind, and you turn into the victim now. You were the terrorizer, and I respond 1 to 5 things, and then now you feel like I shouldn't have responded, but you poke me, you poke me, you poke me, and when I finally you get the response you wanted, now I'm wrong. And this is just in general. But that's how people don't understand. You can't poke and terrorize people. And then when you get the response you didn't think you would get, now you turn it to the victim and they're the villain. Or you say they're crazy or unhinged. No, this is what you wanted to see. And I'm glad you didn't give her the reaction that she wanted. She should have never posted your mother up there. Just like the stories about her that go around, some things you just don't say because you carry yourself with class. Some things I don't speak on because at the end of the day, it shows your morals that you have. Even though she don't have any, I'm gonna set the bar and the standards in my life so the people around me can learn from me. I don't have to respond and stoop this low. She got to be very, very low to post somebody deceased mother up there and speak on them. So I'm going to turn my whole face and attention away from her because she must be miserable and continue to focus on myself. And the best revenge for an enemy is success. You continue to work on what you're doing and let her stay where she is, and whoever else is plotting on you at that low vibrational place, they the same place where you left them 3 years ago. What has changed in their life with them going against you? What has changed and transpired that was amazing in Callie's life since he been hating you, since he's been trying to destroy you? If anything, like you said, you've elevated 10 times more.
Right. And it's almost like for somebody who's willing to go that low and say the things they say and have no respect for that. It's when I went to school, when I was in school and growing up in my neighborhood, I was a fighter, right? And I swing on somebody in a heartbeat. Now I give them a fair shot and tell them put their hands up, but I'm only gonna give you a few chances to do something when I tell you not to do it, right? And
Right.
I was a fighter, and and I was good at it. But I also knew when when the knot crossed somebody's path, right? So some dudes I grew up around, they'll shoot your house up. Like they don't play that. They ain't gonna fight you fair. You're not gonna get no fight out of them. And if you do fight them, they just gonna come and shoot you. So
Wow.
you avoid them. It ain't because you're scared. It's because you're smart. You know that
You know when to walk away.
right. You know they'll take it farther than you. And in order for you to defeat them, you got to stoop to a whole new level of low in order to defeat them. So it's like if you beefing with somebody that you know gonna come and shoot your house up with your loved ones in it, you have to become worse than them and go do the same to them or first.
Yeah.
Now you in prison because you beefing with somebody of that caliber. So I would always stay away from people who I knew was like that. In fact, there was this girl one time that tried to holler at me, and I knew who a dude was, and I was like, "You better get the hell away from me, because you risking my life flirting with me, knowing this dude is somebody who will shoot your house up." So I look at Amora the same way. You see what I'm saying? It's like this woman will say the worst things to you, and in order to even try to deal with her, you have to become a worse person. Yeah. And that's my goal ain't to lay my head down a worse person than I woke up. So you really can't compete with somebody who's doing that. Right. Like posting my address and stuff. There's no way you can really talk to a person like that with a calm voice or have any type of calm demeanor towards them. And they don't care. They'll sit there.
There's no reasoning with them. You can't reason.
Right, and they're inside of an echo chamber. They're inside of this vacuum where the people that they're doing all these horrible things in front of are telling them that they're good things and not actually bad. So it's like they'll spiral out because there's nobody holding them accountable. Like she was wrong for what she did. She's wrong for what she's doing now. But for me to sit here and go tit for tat with her, it's like, nah. When you look up in any rule book, any directional guide about narcissists, it tells you ignore them and do not give them your energy, no matter what. No matter what. I'm the one that's doing that. It's not the other way around.
Yeah.
So they will continue to make video after video, even though I've said nothing bad about them now. Their next video will be something saying I did something that made them have to do this and they're punishing me. I don't care. I don't give two fucks. I'm that kid now that's so big that your mama can hit you all they want to and you're just going to stand there and look like I don't give a fuck no more. You can say what you want. I don't care what you say about me or my family. I don't give a fuck no more. Yeah, like I
Mm-hmm.
done been too mad about that. I done spiraled. Yo, I don't care. You made me tough. I guess here's what the universe knew. Kevin, you're about to blow up, and I'm gonna prepare you for that because the more you blow up, you are a polarizing person. People either love you or hate you. You got two wives. People will see
Mm-hmm.
that and hate you. You don't believe in religion the way most people do. People will see that and hate you. There's so much
Mm-hmm.
beautiful about you, but it's so much that people would just would hate because it's not how they think. And
Yeah,
if you and I'm gonna blow you up, and people gonna talk about you, so I gotta prepare you for that. And I think that's what that was. That was my incubator to prepare me for
absolutely.
what was gonna happen through my own greatness. So it's like, yo, I don't give a fuck no more. I know people online gonna talk and they don't know me. I've went through it. I've taken the pill. So it's like, hey, you will do that until your heart's content. Because I'm not about to party with you. You on your own.
That's what I'm talking about. Facts. When you stop giving that situation energy, look what happened. You put your energy into your craft and you went viral just like that. And when
Absolutely.
God is
Heavily,
getting ready
heavily
to
rewarded.
promote you, you will go through things like this, you guys. Trials and tribulations. It's test. He stayed doing what he was doing and true to himself. And no matter how hard it got, yes, he responded sometime, but he never stooped that low. And they're still continuing to do what they doing. They're still where they are. And what are we looking at? His viral video, not from Lionya, not from none of them, but from the work he put in. His video is still being talked about. And that's how the universe works in your favor when you're a good person.
Absolutely.
So
If
if
I'm
you
such
have,
a bad person, why is the universe blessing me? Why is God blessing me? If I'm such a bad person,
mm,
so it's one of those things where it's like the universe said to me, like, Kevin, if you're not up trying to defend your reputation that really can't be destroyed by these people who don't even know you, if you're not up doing that, if you're not up angry and your energy all messed up because you worried about what people are saying about you online, if you put that energy into your greatness, man, what I put inside of you, which is your purpose to get out of you, and ain't nobody gonna get it out of you but you. If you don't, if you take 1 ounce of that and focus it on your energy, I'm gonna hook you up. I stopped.
mm-hmm,
I trusted the universe. I trusted the voice I heard. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna walk away from them because what do I really want? Do I want beef? No. So don't focus on it. What you focus on, expand. What do I want? I want to see my greatness. I want to see my words impact the world. So I focus on that. Their focus is on making me mad. Their focus is on hurting my feelings or ruining my reputation. My focus is on changing the world. I'm gonna do what I do my way, and whoever don't like it can just be a bystander talking about it. But never again will I circle back around. They can all get on a panel for all I care. They can all
mm-hmm.
get on one. I don't care. I just don't give a fuck. I just don't give a fuck.
And it gets to that point, you guys, but you have to be that way. If you gave everything your energy, it's going to be haters. If everybody like you, it's not real, it's not genuine. It's okay for everybody not to like you. And guess what? They may not like him. They probably will never publicly acknowledge what he's doing, but guess what? They respect him deep down inside, or they wouldn't keep speaking on him. Let's be real. People that have a strong dislike for you, like they do for him, they respect this man. There's no way you're going to continue to talk about somebody like this continuously, bring the same people on the panel, repeating the same thing, if you don't have some type of respect for this person deep down inside.
Yes, ma'am. Amora was not ready. She told me on that line that she ain't never met a motherfucker like you, and I said, and you never will. She was not planning on it. She was combing through my brother's life, trying to find, and then combing through his family. She never expected to find this diamond, and she cannot get her eyes off of it. She can't get her mind off of it. So
She can't.
I don't expect her to ever go away. Just she has joined the long list of people who do this every year. I guess she's worse than all of them. I thought I seen the worst,
And I thought she
and
would have let it
she
go
never
by
even met me. She never even met me in person. At least the other ones met me at least once.
now. And you even said she has a platform, she has an audience. She's okay being a content creator. You gave her credit for that. and that's what you focus on. Put your energy into something positive. This light on your story is not going to last forever. And that's the same advice she called herself giving me. You have the audience attention. Why don't you change it into something meaningful? You take 2 steps forward and then 5 steps back. Like you keep circling, bending the block over the same thing. Let it go. Who can wake up and consume negativity all day long? And you don't think it'll affect your mind in the way you behave at home with your spouse, with your kids? No, it don't work that easily. And that's the crowd you're going to attract. I was hurt when people left me, but I was okay because I felt like maybe those were all the people that wasn't supporting Ashley D. They only supported the LaTruth story, because when I spoke on other stories, those wasn't getting views. So why would I be hurt over people that's not truly here for me? If you have to start over, let it be a lesson to everybody. Start over on a good page. Start over with people that are loyal to you. Sometimes the quality is better over the quantity.
Absolutely. You're right.
So going forward, what can we expect to see from you, Mr. Kevin?
Please stay tuned to my show. Anything that you guys see of mine, please share it, comment on it, interact with it. Just show some love. Um, I don't know what's gonna happen from here. I'm like I said, I'm seeing every day I wake up, I'm seeing something new with my interview. It's just growing and growing, man. So I'm only 5 episodes in of my talk show, and already it's made national TV. That is freaking crazy. I've had people reaching out to me offering me money to buy the show.
Wow.
One of them was in the millions. It was over 1 million. It wasn't, I can't sell it for
That's
that. But
cute. Woo.
like I said, if it's the pot gets sweeter, I will. And everybody who ever showed me love, I'm showing y'all love. I promise you. Just wait and see. Just
I
wait and
already
see.
know.
I'm so excited, man. It's like I said, I don't even have words to express. I don't even think I grasp what's happening right now. I'm serious. It's
we
crazy.
we are so excited for you, and it's nice to have positive people even behind the scenes. Like even my few subscribers, I can imagine how you feel. Like we speak so highly on you, and we were celebrating. Miranda was so over the top. I can't believe it. And we both said, you know what? He didn't get that situation no more energy. Just like that, boom, his craft went rocketed off. And what I think you should do one of these days, maybe like a Tuesday or something like that, or every other Tuesday, you and your wife, one of them or both of them, give some type of relationship advice. Allow people to ask questions in the comment section. I think that would be dope too.
Oh yeah, we thought about doing it. I just got my internet fixed. I had to get a whole new modem and get all these upgrades and things like that. But it seemed to be running smooth the last time I went live. So I'm definitely gonna be setting up to do more interacting with the people. So I'm
Mhm.
definitely excited about that.
Okay, Mr. Kevin, can you type in the comment section? Sunny said, "How do I subscribe?" You
Uh,
want me to type it for you?
yeah, please.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
it's the same. You're welcome. It's the same on his Instagram and Facebook as well. Everyone, make sure you go subscribe
But
and
actually,
share.
I woke up to a message in my inbox from someone who was a billionaire now, from writing content and creating their own movies and plays and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And I woke up to a message from them saying, "Keep up the amazing work. I see people are watching. I see you." So
What?
with that, and the name is so big. Everybody know the name. This person is when they just took over the world with the stuff they was writing. So just to be able to get messages like that, it's like, wow, that person reached out to me. You know what I mean? And said, "I see what you're doing. Keep it up." That's powerful to me.
That
So it's
means
like
more to
that'd be
you than the
crazy for me to
money.
spiral out.
Anything. You breaking down barriers of walls that you didn't even you know people, but this is what I admire about you, Mr. Kevin. You're not doing it through your friend. You're not doing it through even your life coach and the people that you do coach that people may not be aware. You're doing this on your own. You have so many different things that you're doing that we all don't know about. They just know you through your content and your videos and the reaction. You know what I mean? But it's so many more things that he does, you guys, that's so great. And he knows so many amazing people. And just like you said, for a billionaire to reach out to you, they
And
watching it.
they became a billionaire in the course of like maybe 5 or 6 years of them like getting on the scene too. So, like I said, I could the things they were saying was like they could see that trajectory into me. They was like they haven't seen anybody do what I've ever done to impact social media and the world on so many different occasions, on so many different topics that I have, and they was just encouraging me, and it was just powerful.
Wow. You know, it's funny. My cousin was telling me about you, right, a long time ago. And then she said, Ashley, this man named Kevin, he shared your video. I said, that's my friend. She said, you cool with him? I've been
Hmm.
watching him for years. Oh my God. I was like, yes, she was so geeked up. So you
That's
just never
awesome.
know who people know. In the
You're
Wesley.
right. And for me myself, it's like uh, it blows my mind every time I step out into the world to see the impact that I've made on it. Because when I tell you, I don't realize it how famous and how known I am, how known my face is, even if I don't know my name. From seeing me on national TV to going viral so many times online, it don't matter where I go, from the hospital to a convenience store, somebody always walks up to me and sees me. So it's crazy how my life's changed. So when I step out and I see people in person, they always pull me to the side and say some video that they saw that changed their life, and they're telling me to my face with tears in their eyes, you know. And
Oh,
it really shows me a glimpse of what I'm actually doing, because a lot of these videos I make from home and upload them, and you know I don't get to see on the other side of what people are experiencing when they look at the video. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, the
So
impact
when I
that
see
it
them in,
does with them.
right, so when I see them and see that, I'm like, wow, it blows my mind every single time.
Wow, you should be so proud of yourself. You have done so many great things and you inspire so many people. And I appreciate you coming on a panel and sharing with my audience as well.
Thank you. It's funny, Ashley. I was at the hospital leaving it the other day with Lacey. The last time I was there,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the security guards just standing by. He wasn't saying anything, and I'm paying the valet or whatever. So as soon as I walked in from the valet, and I'm wondering why he's standing there like that, but he was looking off and looking somewhere else like he was just doing his job. As soon as I
Uh-huh.
walked off, he walked up to me and was like, "Hey man, look, I seen you had that lady on your talk show from the Cheesecake Factory, man." He said, "I wanted to say some words to her. I'd had some words for her, man." I just busted out laughing. I was like, "Man, that's funny, man."
Have
I,
you ever went somewhere, right? If people were staring at you and you forgot for a moment, like, dang, I am on YouTube, Instagram, and my video viral. What are
yeah,
they
it happens
looking
all the
at?
time. When I walk into places, I be thinking I'm getting away with something. I'm just being a normal person, but no, they looking at me, and
Uh-huh.
a lot of them like say they see me and they don't want us. They don't want us. They don't say nothing, but you could tell they want to. You know, and
Uh-huh.
then some dudes will just see me and throw their hand up like, "I see you, bro." You know. But then some people walk up to me and they got to give me a whole rundown. You know, and I don't mind. I love it because it gives me a chance to interact with somebody on the other side of it. It does make me feel naked. Like it makes me feel like it's
Oh, it's no
unfair
going
that people
back.
can know who you are and you don't know who they are.
You can't run to the gas station regular no more.
Yeah, you can't. You can't go out when you mad no more either. You can't be mad with no family member or nothing when you out. They
No.
see you. Everybody know y'all.
Uh-huh. Mr. Wesley. Hey, I see you, Kevin. You. Oh
Yeah.
man, dang. Think you
Shit.
hiding in the store about to do a quick store run. Nope.
Yeah.
The cashier. Hey, I saw your video yesterday, man. You
Facts.
But that's a great feeling too. On the flip side, like you said, it lets you know it's reaching everywhere around the world. Imagine
Hmm.
me on my page and I'm looking at a couple of my favorite content creators and I see my friend video up there and then they done broke it down like 4 times. I'm like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. It's
Yeah,
a good
man.
feeling.
It is. It's, every time I see one of them up there, people are like, Kevin, you ain't gonna flatten people for using your video. I'm like, what you talking about?
Right, for real. And that's what a lot
Nah.
of haters do. No, share it. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm honored. That's a blessing, man. That's a blessing. You can't ask for more. That's when you're
Hmm.
successful, when people are reviewing your
Absolutely.
content and reacting to it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's
Absolutely.
amazing right there. Cause you look at it saying, dang, that's my shit. That's me. Yeah, it's me right there.
Yep. My mom sent me the video. I was like, yep, I already know. Did you watch this one? Everybody was breaking it down. And that's the celebration we supposed to be having versus the negativity. But it's always going to be people in the back. Always people
Absolutely.
rooting for you to fall. But that's why you continue to build and succeed. Your
Mm-hmm.
enemies going to be, they can't sit at the table with you. They're going to be watching. And no
Yeah.
matter how high you climb, they're still going to be there. And not even just Kelly them, but people in general. But you
Mm-hmm.
have to learn how to be wise about these situations, reacting to the heat of the moment things in a split second that could ruin your career. That could cost you your life. You don't have to react to everybody who hates you. Everybody's not gonna love you. But you have to learn, like Mr. Kevin said, make peace about it. Move on. Who cares? That's your personal problem, how you feel about me. I'm not here to change that. I'm on my mission. And you will not deter me from that.
Absolutely.
And we are proud and honored. Mr. LaTruth doing his thing and you're doing your own thing.
And then we about to do a podcast together too.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be dope.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's the thing that's gonna be so crazy about it is he and I are night and day now. So we
Yeah.
we we rarely agree. Okay, even if we do agree, we got there with a whole different philosophy.
That's how me and my sister was. Oh my gosh.
It's like no
Yes.
matter what, he always gonna try to find a way to disagree, even though I'll be right as hell.
But y'all balance each other out with y'all your opinion. It meets in the middle somewhere, right? Even if it's
Yeah.
different. Y'all both agree the same thing, but he think differently about it. But it's the same.
Well, even when we do think the same, we got there differently. But most of the time, we disagree. We just night and day. We grew up in the same house, and it blows people's minds how different we are. We just absolutely different. He's more raw, like even in how he speaks, he's more raw. I'm over here all eloquent and stuff like that. It's like we're polar opposites. You know what I mean? So I
He the
think what people really
J's
gonna
and
get
you
out of this podcast,
conservative. That's
right?
how
They're
me and
gonna
my
see,
sister.
uh-huh, and they're gonna see very strong debates that's aimed from both of our perspectives, which some people will agree with him, some people will agree with me, and it's really going to show people. I think people are really going to love it. It's going to be dope.
It sounds like it is two different point of views coming from two different perspectives.
That's it.
So he could look at it from somebody else's side, and they could look at it from your side and see where you coming from.
Hmm.
And then people will be able to call in probably and ask questions, and you guys give your own perspectives on it. And there's stuff that happen every day. The situation with Cardi B and Tasha K. How do you feel about it? Do you feel like it was genuine? How does he feel about it?
Right.
I
We
see
talk
it
about
now.
every little topic.
Uh-huh. And Sonny said, Mr. Kevin, I needed that indeed. So she needed to hear that. Because everybody, what we were on was how to move away from situations and make peace about it. Even if we don't get that clarity from that other person where they say they sorry, or we come to a mutual ground where we both understand it was wrong, let's move on. Sometimes you have to move on without that clarity, without that person saying they sorry. You have to make peace within. You're trying to grow. You're trying to close that chapter. You holding on to anger and frustration is only hindering you and getting you away from what you supposed to be doing. We all have a journey. We have to figure out what that is.
Yes, ma'am. I look at it like it's two people outside arguing in the rain. It's raining on both their head. They can't even leave the argument alone. Now, I'm getting to. I want peace. I don't have to. Like I tell you what, nothing is stopping us from making our dreams come true. Nothing. We
What
can
up?
blame it on whatever, but when you wake up in the morning, there's nobody holding you down and jumping in front of you when you try to step. Nobody. When I used to personal train, I used to tell people, it ain't nobody stopping you from having abs. Ain't nobody stopping you from losing weight or getting big. You just gotta get up and do it. Ain't nobody ever gonna stop you.
But
So what?
yourself.
Right. And so the way life gets you, the way the universe tricks you, or the way God tests you is it wants to see how badly you truly want your dream. So it'll give you other things that can take your focus off, even if it's people insulting you. And so if you get distracted from actually weaving your web, from doing your thing, you're really not going to have your dreams. And it's because we focused it on other things. Now we all fall short, and you know we
Mhm.
do understand that this is something that we all do. But the more we can focus on our goals and dreams, that's the more we can access whatever is for us on the other side of it. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So when you realize you arguing with somebody who really just stealing your time and energy away from what you could be giving yourself, you have to walk away. It's not about rationalizing with them anymore, trying to maintain the friendship or relationship you had with them. You have to realize that I'm gonna lose if I don't stop. So a friend said to me, they said, "Man, if somebody sets out to destroy you," Kyle, a really good friend of mine now, he said to me, he said, when people set out to destroy you, if
Mhm.
even if they don't destroy you, if they stop you from doing what you was doing, they still succeeded because you stopped creating, so that did destroy you.
Mm.
So
That's a good
you so,
point.
so you gotta keep creating because basically that's what they're trying to do. If you ever notice, it's like I like playing with words, right? So I'm gonna give y'all one. So they say to distract someone, right? Distract.
Mhm.
Okay, so like when a rapper puts out a song against another rapper, they call it a diss track, right?
Right.
Ain't that crazy how those words sound the same? A diss track, it's a diss track, right? And if the rapper
Mm.
stopped making songs about what he want to make songs about, and is now making a song about that artist, then
It's a trap.
he distracted him with a diss track, right?
Wow. I never thought of it like that.
Right. So just imagine.
Distract. Diss track. Yep.
Mhm. So literally the reason they're talking so badly about you is even though it don't rhyme, that's a diss track. So they want you to do a diss track back at them so they can get some promotion.
And they could do in the same process distract as
Right.
well.
Absolutely. And if you give them the diss track back, then they won because you could have been making that song that you was planning to make, but now you're making a song about them. And so now, even though what you're saying about them may be negative because they said something to you, you still saying their name and promoting them in a sense. You see what I'm saying? So it's like to the person who dissed you, their goal is that you respond.
Mhm.
So yeah, that it's a distraction. It's a diss track. So it's like, man, I'm gonna make my music. I didn't come here to make songs about you, Callie. I didn't come here to make songs about you, Amora. I'm not gonna be distracted. I'm gonna give you a diss track. You got it. You win. I'm about to make music of my own, which is harmonic and it's beautiful on my side whenever I give out my music. I don't want to
Mhm.
argue with y'all. I don't like how it makes me feel. I'm not y'all. I'm cut from a different cloth. I don't like that. I can't be there long, y'all, like sitting there arguing and bickering and I can't. I'm not made like that.
Me either.
So you got to
It's
understand if
emotionally
you truly are a
draining and it
classy
hinders
person, if you're
you.
truly a diamond, it should show, and it should show in your ability to walk away from stuff like that.
Mhm.
That's when you can tell who really is like a good or bad person, or who's worth something or who ain't. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's be
Yeah.
real. At some point, people will eventually see this man ain't saying nothing to you, he ain't doing nothing to you, and you're still going. Man, that's on you. You never gonna let this go. Like, come on, man. You can't sit here and keep blaming that man for can't keep blaming me for you making videos or even a more talking about me. You can't
And you
blame me
done
for that
moved
because I ain't
on.
said
You
nothing
done
about
had
you.
30 videos since then about something completely different. And you're still on me, who I dated, what's going on in my life.
Going
You
back in time, talking about
Mhm.
the sleeping with five guys, going back in time, getting mad about it again. Like I'm not conjuring up old memories of you and getting mad about it and get my emotions stirred up. I'm not. I'm you know,
Thank
I'm trying to plant a garden. I'm trying to grow something. I lost focus. Y'all got me. Y'all got me off my P's and Q's. Y'all got me making videos, and y'all used them against me. When I cussed you out, that was used against me. You know what, man? Y'all got it. I see the game. I'm good.
And Sonny said it's not good for you. It drains you. And a person that's woke and a person that has a task and a mission, when you sign up for these positions, if it's for the right reasons, you're put here as a leader and you have a purpose. And when people do this, it does drain you spiritually, mentally, and you feel it sometimes physically. And for a whole day, you could have been focused on doing something with your family, putting out content, spreading the positive word, but instead, you're spending your time in a room being drained, responding to these people that never get tired. People like that, they have the time all the time. They don't get tired. People like us, it will beat you down mentally because that's not what you're supposed to be doing, or that's not who you are. Or at one point in time, when you could keep up with that, that's before you realized you had a mission. And now it's bigger than you now. You have a crowd, you have a fan base, you have people that tune into you for positivity. So what do you look like dumbing yourself down, because that's what it is. It's dumb, or reaching beneath you or behind you, pulling back the chaos and the drama that you've been elevated and promoted from.
Absolutely. I win. I told them, I said the one who keeps making videos and talking about the other person loses. So the one who keeps insulting loses. And hey, I like I said, every time they make a video talking about me, to me, I look at that like another touchdown. I mean, it's really true. Like, hey, you can't sit here and say that I'm the one waking up mad and going to sleep angry thinking about you. You say he got time. They say him had a whole video to me yesterday. She did. So it's like, yeah, she's missing my energy.
And the thing is, if she did do something to you, and you supposed to be quiet over that, if anything, like you said, a judge would throw that out. Your address was put online yesterday. Make it make sense. Like, these people will do any and everything they can to poke and antagonize you. And that's not anything but the devil, because you on your high right now. You are freaking trending. You are viral. So that's what's going on right now. And whenever something like that happens, it's always people that want to drag you down, take you from where you are or you feeling in that moment, just so you could feel low how they feel. They not gonna go viral. You got to stay in a bad place, in a dark place. You got to beat me down to pull yourself up. How is that teaching? You're draining other people. You're sucking their energy and you're taking it and you're putting it in a negative way to focus on me. And that's how I feel. Pay attention to who you are allowing to lead you. Positive people are leaders. Leaders don't drain your energy. Leaders don't constantly feed you negativity or chaos. Leaders is going to pour into you so you can become a better person. They might fall short because we're human, but they're going to get back up with class and dignity, and they're going to keep going. That's what a leader is. A leader will show you better than they can tell you. So pay attention to who you tuning into or plugged into. People will drain your energy and they will use that against you.
Yep.
Regardless of her saying, I have hundreds of people on my live watching me and this and that. That don't matter to me. Because at the end of the day, my people on my live is positive people. People that comes for a message. People that wants to go forward in their life. They want a new journey. They want a new start. My people don't want to hear me talking about crazy stuff, arguing back and forth. That's not me. And that's not them. Those not the type of people I entertain or I choose to be around.
Mm-hmm.
If you attract that kind of attention, that's the kind of attention you have to keep up. That facade all the time. You come online, you got to stay upset, angry, or arguing, or going back and forth, bickering with someone. Who want to do that every day? You can't have a peaceful day to come online? Like, what did this man do to you so bad where you want to speak on him constantly? Or his wives? That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
But we definitely looking forward to your podcast, Mr. Kevin. You and your brother. I know it's gonna be funny. And fun at the same time.
It's gonna be dope. I can't wait. I'm gonna get. We should be able to start next Friday. We talked about it being on Friday, so
Okay, let me know too so I can start promoting on my pages when you guys pick official date.
okay, I sure will.
And I think Miranda might have fell asleep. But we appreciate everybody for coming into the chat tonight and showing your love and support. I'm gonna keep everybody uplifted in prayer as well. And I appreciate Mr. Wesley for coming on the panel as always. It's a pleasure taking in his knowledge, hoping some of that success rub off on me. But you are a great person and continue to do you.
Thank you so much,
A
and
lot of people root for you.
trust me, it absolutely will. You got a real talent. I promise you, you do. I told you. We already talked about
Yep,
the videos and stuff. So I look forward to seeing you shine.
I already
So,
know.
yeah, I wish the
You're a
best for you
real
going
friend and
forward
I
too.
appreciate that.
Same here.
Yeah.
But it was a pleasure and a privilege.
Likewise.
All
Well,
right,
tell
love. I'll
your
catch up with
family
you
I
another
said
time.
hello and stuff, and your beautiful wives.
I sure will. You do the same. Tell your mother I said hi.
I sure will. Talk to you later, sweetheart.
All right, peace.
Yep. Peace. Everybody in the chat, I appreciate you coming in and showing support. I know I just said that. I'm just getting ready to clear everything out. I hope that you guys, if you take anything in today, take in that. Do you guys see just like that? Mr. Kevin focused on his craft. He took all that focus, that negativity that everybody put on him, and it reflected, was sent right back to them. When you take time out for a moment, you don't have to fight your battles. God fight them for you. Sometimes you have people that care enough to take care of that. Because at the end of the day, when you're getting ready to elevate, you're going to have people and things try to drag you down and keep you in a sunken place. You have to continue to go forward. You cannot let anything hinder you or hold you back. And that's why I strongly suggest that you guys continue to do your manifesting. Put those cards up, speak those things into your existence. Tomorrow morning, I'll touch on that briefly with you guys. But tonight, I just want to end it off on a positive note. Thanks to Miranda as well for coming up to the panel. Thanks to Danielle. She came up here briefly. I appreciate you, Internet Mom, as well as Evelyn stopping through. I appreciate all of you in the chat. If you don't know, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share my video as well as Mr. Kevin Wesley's. You're not going to want to miss out. I can't wait to see him and Mr. LaTruth. I know that's going to be pretty dope and funny at the same time. This is his channel. Go to Instagram, go to YouTube, as well as Facebook. It's still the same. And he does reaction videos and he gives his opinion too. And they are pretty good and they spot on. So a lot of videos you might see on YouTube that's going viral, he gives an honest opinion on it. I wish each and every one of you a blessed night and a wonderful weekend. Clear your closet out, clear your mind, and focus on yourself. The more you focus on your craft and yourself, the better off you will be, and that energy will manifest to you. And it will not give it anything negative, any time, or any chance to come near you because you're attracting positive things. You're going to elevate. So no matter what the circumstance is, continue to keep going. We see for ourselves right now, as I speak, Mr. Kevin, video viral, just for one moment. He took away from everything, all this negativity, all these people speaking bad on him, and he sent it back. Took time to himself and look at him now. Everybody stay focused. You're going to get off track, get back on. You have a mission. Do not give up until that mission is complete. Keep going no matter what. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope this message resonated with you. Take care. Have a blessed night. Love you all. Peace.